I got this kind of clean. Now I gotta unbox that stuff. And we'll be good. Still haven't opened those turtles yet.
Or mine. Did you feed mine? Did you feed mine today? My turtles?
No, they're in the box. They just been there.
No, mine that just showed up in town. Your town.
Oh, I didn't have time to run over. I didn't have time to run over to the
depot.
To the warehouse. No.
Yeah.
He stole your Mezco.
Who they come with?
I mean, I don't. What's going on with that?
Everybody's up in arms about that lately.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Paige going around stealing everybody's Mezco. Wait till they find that part out.
Yeah. I need the green ones. I need the green ones to army build.
Do you need some green ones still? I got some.
No, Boba actually sent me 2. He sent me 2 of them.
I need the Pink Skulls one, so go ahead and just send me those.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when they have like every time that there's a dry spell, they usually give us a new one or some kind of new version. Right. But I mean, they're free. Everybody's going crazy with it. Mine should be here Friday. I need green grubs. Yeah, see, everybody's like green grubs. So. Oof. All right, so tonight I crammed everything down. we were averaging 219, 230. So I was like, let's try to shoot for something a little bit lower. We'll see what happens.
211.
What are we gonna do with the rest of the night?
Well, if you talk to Ann, she'll tell you. I said what I said.
Sawyer, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, look at Sawyer's ready for this episode. Look at his shirt. Jump. Spring Break 1991 MTV.
Nice.
You remember that real well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there, right?
Yeah.
Partying at Daytona Beach.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a kid before his time.
Yeah.
It's a good shirt, man. I like it. Oh, Bubba is here. Yo, thank you, Bubba. I appreciate it. We were just talking about you, man. Thank you for sending the little green man. Thank you for sending the little green man. All right, so let's start. Let's get it all. Let's start really quick. Not that I'm trying to blaze through the show or anything like that, but let's start. All right, ready? Everyone ready?
Ready, break.
See, everybody's ready. Let's go. All right. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige. Welcome to episode 155 of the Hangout, where we give you positive insight into the world of collecting in a very chilled and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because I'm joined by 2 gentlemen. Mr. Micheal, I thought there was going to be a pre-order today. Cory, I had some bad ones today. And then Mr. Reset the comic counter back to 0.
Yeah.
You got me, man. I fell asleep.
Fast. I don't even think it was up for a minute before I got that one. Yeah, I knew I had you on that one.
I was asleep on the couch, and I woke up. I looked at the clock, and I go 10:30. And I go, what are the chances that I got him? I go, probably not. I was like, this ain't gonna happen, man. Damn it. Yeah. And then I looked, and it said an hour, and I go, there's not even. That's like a landslide. He got me.
Yeah.
But yeah. I know you try to throw out
the assist there. Like, come on, get it.
Yeah. I was like, I got a little smoke screen. Maybe it'll work, but he figured it out. I kept thinking to myself, why am I talking like Cece's not here? I kept thinking he's probably went to the shop and he already told him, text me when you're about to make the post. So I'm ready. I was like, this is not going to be honorable. I know it's not. Nah. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for everybody else that's in the chat here. Appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you very much. On a scale of 1 to 12, see what I did there. How do you guys feel? Good?
Broke.
Good, man.
Yeah, broke.
Broke.
Yeah. Where is broke on the scale? Yeah, where's that?
Yeah.
That's only negative. It would be on the negative scale.
Remember Beautiful from Chappelle's show when he's like, hit me 2 times. I got hit by a Hasbro and Mezco, so I'm broke.
Yeah, those bastards at 12 o'clock. Oh, God.
$20 for me. I know you got more into that page.
Oh, I think I got 2. You got 3?
No, God, no. I just say you got 3 because one for each his tank.
No.
Circle the wagon.
Those things are probably pretty big, right? Do you know,
Yeah.
CC, like how big? How are they big?
We're talking about the vamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the vamp's going to be. Trying to think if I have anything for scale. Yeah, I mean it's a good size, man. The vamp was. I mean it was smaller than It's not the size of the tank or anything like that, but the vamp wasn't little.
Yeah. Jesus.
I do have the vintage one, but I didn't get the classified version. I do still have a vintage one over there. Though.
It's sold out, right? Like they were a little surprised. They thought it would be up for reorder again.
I think it went up like really quick. It popped in, popped out. A couple of people got it, and then it was done. Probably the people that couldn't pay, that charged, and then they did it. So that's gonna be happening a lot. Waitlist is your friend. Waitlist is your friend. We'll talk about that.
People that aren't exactly liquid at the moment.
Man, I tell you what, I won't lie, man. I was like, Jesus.
It hurt. This week was rough.
Yeah, very rough. It makes you, like we were talking about in the chat, it just makes you kind of look at things and go, oh, crap, what the hell? All right. Yeah. So tonight's episode is probably titled Nostalgia X because, we talk about this on the show a lot, figures that we like, we want, we need. And most of this stuff is all like tied to our childhood, right? So I think it's a good time to go back in time, revisit, relive, and maybe hopefully capture that little magic from our childhood. See where it's all linked to, the origin stories, right?
Uh-oh.
Every villain.
I was reading on a blog, you have to get personal with your audience. But yeah. Well, so we got that. We'll talk about that. And this is cool. I thought this was really cool, man.
There's good stuff in that picture. I was when you sent it to us, I was going through it. I love the Outcast in there.
Mm-hmm. Who is that over there? Is that
cover?
Who's that right there? Who's the ball player? Is that Iverson? Yeah, I think it's Iverson.
Looks like him. See,
that had been an early Iverson right there. That's like pre-cornrows.
Is that pre-choking out PJ Carlesimo?
No, that was Sprewell. Sprewell did that.
Yeah, Latrell Sprewell. That's right. He did that.
Yeah. Brady.
Pretty sure it was Iverson with the sleeve.
Yeah.
It's a Philly room. That's Randall Cunningham right there. That's a Philly room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All the stuff. Yeah, it's good, man. Good childhood memories, man. Yeah. So Nostalgia X. See how I kept it quick. So top
Paige,
five tonight.
Sorry, I don't mean
what
to.
Happened?
You're getting called out in the comments right now.
What is it? So this. Yeah. How many times is D called when we're doing the show and it blacks me out? Yeah, so he's gonna do it, man. I swear he is. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Sorry, I mean.
No, it was a good one. Yep, Street Sharks. So, like I said, stripped it down, kept it really light. So just got Hasbro, Mezco, and then we'll do the Nostalgia X stuff. But first, a little show foreplay. You guys ready? Are you ready? Nobody's ready.
You see
We're
ready.
All right, we're ready. All right. It's safe. Don't worry. It's a safe space. So, first one. Mama said knock you out.
D said let him in.
Let him in? Does he want to get on?
That's what he said. He said let him in.
Hey, man, send him a link. Send him a link.
I got him. D, I'll send it to you through Instagram.
Yeah, on Messenger. Yeah, Messenger too.
I got him.
All right, so Mama said knock you out. No wonder why Netflix raised their subscriptions. Dude, I pray to God that this is real. Goodness gracious, bro. I saw this and I'm like, oh my gosh. But really quick, so Netflix is going to have this fight. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. No. It's Jake. not Logan. Yeah, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Most anticipated boxing match? I don't really know, but yeah. If you're not familiar with the boxer, I guess you would call him. He knocked out Nate Robinson first, I think, and in 4 years, he's beaten up some really good guys, man. I think he fought Little Mac, Will Smith, and you caught that, right? Yeah.
Little Mac.
Yeah.
Ball
So he
bull.
stepped in the ring with Tyson, and I don't know about this.
Hey, are the special rules true? Have you heard about that?
I've seen
I
people,
have,
and then I've seen them say they're not real. Like all this, I don't know who to believe.
There's
I don't
a
know
thing
how
talking
to-
about special rules for this fight.
You have to. He would kill this kid, man.
They're
Seriously.
saying that Logan Paul, I don't know if this is true or not, or whatever, or Jake Paul, I'm sorry, that he's going to get to wear headgear that Tyson can't, and he doesn't have to weigh in, but Tyson has to make weight.
And there's PEDs are allowed also for Paul.
Yeah. So I don't know if all that's true or not, but even with that said, I still don't think he can beat Tyson.
Yeah, ask Will Smith. He's gonna do it to that kid. I don't know where the lines of reality end and begin with this.
Yeah.
It seems because you know how he keeps getting hit with these fixes. Like if you watch some of the shows, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't even see him. Where's he at? Do you guys see him?
Who D?
Yeah, I don't see him.
No, I sent him the link on Instagram.
Yeah, he said, "Let me in." Okay. Well, so I don't know if this is real or not because you said they had the special stipulations and stuff like that, and I when I first saw this, I go, "Oh, this is scripted." But I was thinking to myself, who benefits from this? Obviously, both of them because they're going to make a lot of money.
A lot of
Netflix.
Yeah, but I mean, personal bias aside, I want to see him knock that kid out, man. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Just to humble him. He's a good boxer. I mean,
Well,
maybe,
is he though? We haven't seen him fight a boxer in his prime yet. You know what I'm saying?
He fought the UFC kid, and then he actually fought Tyson Fury's brother. Right?
Did he fight him or did Logan fight the Fury guy? I can't keep.
I thought Jake did.
I really can't keep either one of them straight. They're both annoying equally, as Kyoto said actually.
Yeah, very equally annoying. So I mean, but if you run it down, like, okay, so what's it do to Tyson if he gets knocked out by this kid? Does he have the excuse he was older? And I don't want to see him get knocked out.
I think Tyson would eat him alive, though. I mean, look at the training videos. He's so fast. He's so powerful still.
I think that's why he wants that headgear on. I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be.
You think a headgear would save you, though?
No, man. I've seen that. I saw that guy. I can't play it right now, but you remember that video that I just sent you guys? The one where he's boxing that one guy with the body armor and everything too. He was rocking that dude.
I have to imagine he could probably put you down with a body shot.
Could you imagine? Like, I just can't imagine what his hit would be like. I mean,
I wouldn't want any part of it, man.
No, I mean, like get hit in a car or
Mike Tyson's terrifying.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight this guy at that age anyway, man. I mean, yeah, just like Jimmy said, even if you had a headgear, it's still gonna hurt. So Mike Tyson knocks this kid out, it'd be okay because he can continue. And then he has the whole thing where he could say, "Oh, I fought one of the greatest boxers in the world, and I held my ground," kind of like Mayweather and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see what D says. D.
What's up, yo?
We can't see him. Comments are on there. Page.
Yeah,
he's all the way at the bottom.
There he is. I took that one thing off. D, who do you got?
What's up, yo? On what?
Who do you got?
I was trying
Jake
to get
Paul
into
Mike Tyson. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
I'll be honest. I don't deal with anything that has to do with Jake Paul, so I don't care.
Yeah, he said I want to get knocked out.
Sounded right.
I no, seriously. If it has to do with him, I won't partake in it. I won't give him any of my money, my coin, or attention.
Love that.
Will you watch the highlights? Or the low
Nope.
when it happens?
Nope. Because they still get paid from that.
Come on.
Absolutely not. No. Listen. Look, I'm a firm believer. If I don't want to support anyone, I don't want nothing to do with it. You won't even get an opinion out of me. No.
I talked to KJ. KJ said he want to see that kid get his head ripped off.
I don't want to say anything about it because I don't want it to get attention from me. So I don't care.
MC, who you got? Who do you got, MC?
Tyson. Tyson.
CC, who you got?
I got to go with my man Tyson.
Is this a sham? Is it scripted? Is it sham? Or do you think it's going to be real?
What? Oh, you talking to them? Me?
Yeah, I figured you didn't want to talk about this. We'll get to some stuff that you want to talk about.
I
By the way, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
I just.
Uh-oh. No sound, D.
We lost you. We lost you.
He must have got his headphones in the same place you did.
I think my wife. Oh, no,
Oh,
I think my wife opened up my phone, so it logged into my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it unlocks the phone, it connects to the phone again. I was saying my mother's okay. Surgery was a success. So.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's good to hear, man.
So.
Good to hear.
Good to hear.
Bro.
That's great news.
Yeah. That's where I was calling you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
gonna call you
I just figured. Yeah. No, I just figured it's easy to let me let you know. So.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mom.
So I feel better now about that. So.
I'm glad too, man. Positive energy, bro. Positive energy.
That's the plan.
So
yeah, I'll stay on for a few minutes with y'all. Chat. I'm trying to get things together to go into storage. Every day something new goes into storage, so I had a big mess.
Everybody's scanning the room right now. Anyway, they're like, "What's up?
Ain't nothing special out, but like comic books and stuff. Like,
but still people are doing it. They're still looking.
I know it's bound to happen. That's why it always takes me a while to get on anybody's podcast because I'm like blocking things out, moving it out of the camera. Like, even if it is out, I'm like, I don't want to be asked about it.
Yeah.
Like that's not what I came on here for. I came here to bother y'all. You know.
Yeah, stay safe.
I came to
man.
bother
Stay
y'all,
safe.
not the other way around. You know what I mean?
Oh, you said Storm Shadow. No, I think that's the new the Joe.
This is the new G.I. Joe infantry soldier.
Yeah, there's Sawyer.
He heard you. He got out of bed.
Aren't you supposed to be sleeping right now?
Yeah, but
Stay out of trouble, please. If it's time to go to bed, go to bed.
There you go. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Buenas noches.
Bye, D.
Later, Sawyer, man.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
Right, let's push fast. Let's push fast really quick. So
if you can't sleep, I'll bother him later with questions.
Got it.
he'll love it too.
Go to bed.
So CC,
We'll see you
what
later.
do you got? Do you think it's a sham or do you think it's going to be real?
Well, the fact that he's putting on headgear gives it a little more legitimacy to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it was going to be a straight fix. I don't think they would make it look that bad because to me that's a bad look on his behalf.
Yeah.
For him to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna wear headgear. You got to, fight me straight." So, at the end of the day, I don't know. You almost question: is anything real anymore? It seems like everything's got the fix in, doesn't it? Everything. There's too much money in everything for it to be legitimate anymore. Too much money involved.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Make them do it for free. It should be for charity. If it was for charity, then maybe we get an honest one.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? You showing something?
Oh, no, this is just a transformer. I'm just taking things out randomly.
Nice. So next, really quick, like I said, X marks the spot.
Ooh.
So, are you guys binge watching? D, are you binge watching? Since you're the guest.
Hold on.
Are you binge?
I plan to binge watch it. My cat just knocked down a bunch of stuff. I'll be listening though. But
it's not good, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah. No, I'm still here. But yes, I do plan on binge watching.
Have you guys been binge watching? Because we're getting closer to it.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
I'm about midway through season 2.
I'm just starting season 2.
It's funny because I don't have to rewatch the old one because I literally watch it all the time.
It's a good run, man.
I know it almost word for word. So these titles are crazy though because I'm like, tolerance is extinction.
Yeah. Message in that.
Well,
this is coming up. Yeah, this is coming up very quickly.
Yeah,
coming up very quickly. And
Life Death is a good title because Life Death is probably referencing a comic storyline, so that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, and then they have part 2. I'm wondering if that. I wonder how they connect that, especially with Remember It. But
Yeah.
so so this is coming out really soon. Everybody's really hype about it. So how do you reward the creator? You fire him.
I don't know how I feel about this because I don't necessarily think it's what people think it is, in my opinion. Because this guy was highly regarded and highly rewarded. Firing him means, first of all, if anybody ever gets fired, a statement is released. Instead of a statement being released, this man deleted all his social media and scrubbed his whole life. That's a red flag. You know, people get fired, release a statement, something goes on. But to scrub your entire social media is not a good sign. I'm hoping whatever it is that happens, this person is okay. Because for you to scrub your entire life off the internet, I don't know, man. That sounds like something happened.
Yeah. So yeah, he got fired. They didn't really give an explanation for this. They just
And I don't even think it was fired. Maybe he just got let go for all we know. You know?
Ooh, yeah, I don't know. The stuff I saw that he was getting fired, but no, both sides are quiet about it. Like when here, the thing was that he had already done the first, he already done the second. He was working on the third season, and then they just automatically got rid of him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, did he really get fired, or was it he left the show and wanted to do something else with his life? Maybe he had a wild, drastic turn in his life.
Yeah.
We don't know. But I don't like the way that that's also why news articles are a little misleading. People will use words that aren't actually true to it. They'll use buzzwords to get your attention, but all you remember is the title. Meanwhile, in the article, it's like, oh, turns out they left amicably, but they want to say fired because they want you to read the article. So until the story actually comes out, I'm not believing jack shit.
Yeah, I just hope we don't see something in the next week or two, and you know how they have that like later on, like essay or something else like that. But he worked on the Moon Knight, and he was also working on the new Blade reboot. So thoughts on this, MC? What do you got?
That Blade has been plagued with issues, though. That sucks. I really want to see that. I want them to make that movie bad. They didn't. The actor he left too. I'm gonna butcher his name.
Marshall Ali did not leave the project. He did not.
Still in it.
He did not leave the project. Again, this is what I keep talking about: misleading information. You know, he didn't leave the project. He stated he's on for the long run. He has a contract.
Good.
Yeah, I think they did the directors. They've gone through like 2 directors. I think
they've gone through 4 directors, 3 writers, 2 screenwriters.
Jeez.
Sounds like a promising project.
Huh?
So it sounds like a promising project.
Well, think about it, right? Like anything worth having is going to be worth waiting for, and it sucks though because we're impatient people. That's the problem with the internet. We're all impatient, and then we get mad when we get released trash. It's like, what do y'all want? That's also the problem with people like leaking stuff and misleading information. It's like, oh, Marshall Ali left the project, then what do you mean? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So
I can tell you what they want on the internet. They want it all, and they want it right now.
Yeah,
that's right. That's the way it goes.
And never be satisfied. That's the problem.
Never
satisfied. Vision as well.
Mm-hmm. Remembering the Dragon, really quick. So, you guys say rest in peace. Creator of Dragon Ball. This is sad. I know this affects a lot of people.
This one is a tough one, man. Because like, I have my love-hate relationship with Dragon Ball, but I got infinite love for Akira Toriyama. Like, it's a big deal, man. He influenced my entire childhood. So everything I do now is partly because of the ability that I had to take pictures of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z stuff when I was a kid from the library. Like, me and my friends would meet up and we started Anime Club because of him. You know, my love for everything I do now is partly due to him. So that one hits hard.
Wow.
Yeah. What about you guys? Were you guys big Dragon Ball Z fans or Chrono Trigger, Dr. Slump, Dragon Quest, any of that stuff?
Dragon Quest is my shit.
Casual, but not diehard by no means.
CC?
Yeah, you know, I watched it kind of here and there. I could never really stick with it for long. I always wanted to get like an abbreviated version, like without the commercials, because you know it would take forever, you know, to get through, you know, for something. I'm very impatient, impatient that kind of stuff. But I got a bunch of the figures and stuff though, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's sad. Really is sad. But rest in peace to him. And here we quick. So next segment, really quick here. Remember all that time when we were all talking about Batman and how things are getting delayed and everything else like that?
Yeah.
Well, turns out the sequel for Batman 2, it's moved from 2025 to 2026. Part of me smiled when this happened because you know how everybody said that the Mezco Batman figure, the movie will probably come out before that, and I saw this and I smiled. I'm like, yeah, there you go.
That's funny you mentioned that because I didn't even think about that. But I'm just laughing because everything's going to be delayed going forward, dude. Everything's going to be delayed. Everything. People don't even realize how things are just being delayed. Like, you want things done right, it's going to be delayed. Unless you're Clint Eastwood, because that motherfucker works magic. But everything is delayed. That's because he doesn't reshoot anything. He literally will shoot once, and we got it. I'll make the rest work.
He's like, move on.
Yeah, he shoots once and moves on. He doesn't do that. I'm gonna revisit this shit. So, yeah.
CC, I know this has the most impact on you. What do you say? What do you got? What's your outlook on this?
I'm pretty disappointed. I mean, at least I still got the Penguin series to look forward to. Tied me over a little bit, but I feel like I'm in the minority with this movie, but I really enjoyed that Batman movie.
Nah, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I love the hell. I'm finally happy that we got an actual Batman detective story versus Batman is just stupid as shit while everybody else is smarter than him. So seriously,
yeah.
I got tired of that.
Yeah, he's relying more on gadgets and not the actual detective work. Yeah. MC, what do you think?
I like the powered down world too. I like that, and I don't need all my flying superheroes right now.
Yeah. I enjoyed the movie. I thought I like the Bale series. That was probably my favorite, and then Nolan series, and then this one. But I don't know. I think maybe probably has to do with James. I know they're not tied together, but maybe with the hype of Superman, and they're probably just making a better story, trying to flesh it out a little bit better. So, and I'm all for that. Like I've said, I don't care if it takes 6 years to make a perfect figure. I'll wait for it, or if it takes that long to make the best movie, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he's done this before in the past too, with other movies like Planet of the Apes and stuff like that. He's the director that likes to take his time, make sure everything. I've heard his shooting schedule. I heard it's grueling because he'll reshoot stuff that just for little details.
The opposite of Clint Eastwood. See what I mean?
Yeah. Clint Eastwood knows he doesn't have a lot of time. He's like, I gotta get this done.
Clint Eastwood would be like, I blinked and I missed it. Too bad. Let's go. Let's keep going. No, man, it's crazy to me because when we talk about like various things that we like, right? It's I think that this is my personal opinion and strictly my opinion, which I very rarely give. I feel like that, including myself, we should stop pushing our own opinions on other people and listen to other people's opinions and learn to either take theirs in or just acknowledge it and move forward instead of pushing our own on other people's. And I think that's a big problem right now with the internet. It's not about listening, adhering, and learning. It's about, I'm right, I'm the loudest, I'm the fastest. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I just wish that people would take the time to talk to each other again versus yelling at each other. Because even stuff like movies is like, dog, what I took from this movie may not be what you take from this movie. Let's try to learn from each other. Instead, it's like, no, this new Batman was a detective story about how Batman is the smartest man. Like, what if I just want to say, her car was cool? Sometimes I don't want to fucking think. The car was cool. Maybe that's what I took from it. But the internet is just so loud and in your face 24/7. Like, it's almost like it's brainwashing you to think a certain way. So it's like, yo, take your time. Enjoy shit. For real.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we'll get this just like everything else. Do you remember when you were trying to spend all that time creating content, trying to beat the algorithm, learn a new editing system while you were simultaneously trying to learn how to dance? Well, guess what? That might stop.
What happened? They got rid of Just Dance?
No. Now, this TikTok there's a proposed ban for TikTok that's moving through the House of Congress. It's already gotten, I guess, the first stage is now go into the House for the vote. So
That it will stay. That it will
I
stay.
think
TikTok makes too much money.
I think they voted yes already to ban it. The House.
Yeah, but the problem is TikTok makes them too much money. So somehow, some way, this is not going to work.
yeah, I
They'll
don't
change
have
the name
a
of it.
stake in this. Yeah, it'll be like Tock Tick or something like that, so people
Yeah.
can get away with it.
Or there'll be an age appropriate version now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I sent this
but that's
to
the
you
other
guys.
problem. A bunch of users are using it under the age. So yeah.
Yeah, that, and then also like I heard the data breach and everything. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. It's passed through the House, now it's on to the Senate.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens with that. They throw
It's
different
going to be
stuff in.
hilarious.
I sent this to you guys earlier today. This is my baby daddy. So, also, not trying to get too political with this, but did you see this? There's a new legal bill that men are going to be responsible for childbirth at conception.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
I was like, oh crap.
You know why that's dope?
Why
People got to put their pull-out game up.
Oh yeah. I'm glad I'm out that game. I don't.
That link that I sent you guys
Tell me
earlier,
about
that's tested in Australia right now, and it sounds like it's a go.
What's that?
That male IUD that I sent you guys.
I heard about that. Yeah.
It's a gel that I won't get too graphic, but they inject it into you, and
No,
it's
thank you.
dissolve over time, but you'll get like an IUD, like 5 years of shooting blanks.
That's funny.
Oh, God.
No pull-out game required.
Hey, that's what a vasectomy is for, man. That's what vasectomies are for. And it's reversible, so I don't understand why people just don't do it. It's a fairly cheap procedure.
It's harsh, bro.
Is that a Seinfeld?
Yeah, it's harsh. Yeah, no, it's just an office reference. Remember, he's like, snip, snap, snip, snip. Remember that? Michael had to he had a reverse vasectomy and then got it done again. I was like, what? That's just painful, bro.
I wouldn't recommend getting it done that quick. Like, damn, dude.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's like, yeah, snap, snap, snap. Yeah, this is interesting. He had a bunch of talking points on it, but we won't get too political on the show. So news and notes, NECA. NECA.
More turtles,
NECA.
right? Ooh,
No.
Ghostface.
Inferno.
I just saw the New York one, and I loved it. The Ghostface in New York one. So this is pretty dope.
Oh, did you see? Did you guys see?
Oh, you got attacked by
Nev Campbell. Nev Campbell's coming back. Did you see that?
Where they finally paid enough?
Well, the other two girls got kind of booted out. So
why?
There was a bunch of political stuff with that.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Every time I turn around, it's something new.
Yeah, they got booted, and these guys, and then they got Nev Campbell to come back. But I saw this and immediately thought, I was like, a little bit of a friendly competition here, huh?
This is dope, though. I've never seen this one, so this is dope. I would get this just for the different looks. I'm mad he got a platinum face though. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Is that
like
from one of
stuff
the
like this.
movies?
What'd you say? I'm sorry, MC. What?
Is this mask from one of the movies, the platinum one?
I don't know if it's from the game or if it's I think we talked about this before. Like they took aspects from like the different movies, obviously, but then there's a game that they had. I'm not all up on this, but
I think this is from Dead by Daylight version. Either way, I'm in for it.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is dope though. I like this.
CC.
It looks like he's two different robes too.
I don't do too much of the NECA stuff, man.
Yeah.
I like the flamethrower.
Who can really afford another line at this point?
Yeah.
This is why you pick and choose, man. You pick and choose.
Yeah, for sure. I've chosen.
There is
my horizons at all.
There's nothing wrong with nitpicking, man. There's nothing wrong with nitpicking.
Yeah. They're
I can't talk though. I buy every Spider-Man, so no matter what Spider-Man it is, I'm buying it.
Yeah. Ooh, God.
Legends.
Yeah. So
I got my shipping notification for this. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, this is already shipping out. People have this in hand. this is kind of a surprise. I think this actually came a little bit earlier, but this is actually going out. I'm trying to think what else.
Super excited for this.
And they
for
also showed
Shockwave.
this. Yeah,
Yep.
the night. Remember what you do. Boom.
Keep calm.
I know. D.
Ooh,
just
Paige is
D.
messing up.
Well, it's my production guy. I tell him every time, you got one more time, and then I'm firing
And then he's back tomorrow.
you. He'll probably kick me off here too, but yeah, the Night Force. The Night Force, I guess it comes with Shockwave and everything like that.
Yeah, you get
Clubhouse Rock.
Shockwave with a Steel Brigade head.
Yeah, it looks good. I don't know when it goes up for pre-order, but I'm down for it. I think it's good.
I think it went up already on Walmart.
Yeah,
I know.
What about
You know
guys?
what? In the beginning, I had issues, but I don't
Mhm.
have any issues with the Walmart system now. Like when I try to order Joe's, I don't have any issues now. Like it's been a lot easier now than it was right before the panorama.
I'm still holding off on places like that and Target where they charge you like every other day, but
Walmart doesn't charge you until a week before it's due. That's the last time
yeah.
I ordered something, but I could be wrong though. It's been a while.
No, Target. You know how like excuse me. Remember I was messaging you? I was like, man, or I was messaging you and KJ.
Yeah, Target
like
charges you like
day.
every month, but Walmart charges you once, and that's it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If it's Walmart, it just charges you once.
We went over this, MC and CC. Did you guys like this, or is this a selective one?
I'm okay with that. I mean, it looks great, but I gotta be careful. I'm running out of real estate, and I already have the green and the Tiger Force version.
That's the other thing, right? With the G.I. Joe line is like, do I need every repaint? And the answer is no, and that's okay.
Yeah,
you don't need every repaint. I think the other thing is like, we keep forgetting, like I tell myself all the time, I don't need every G.I. Joe. I'm not 7. Because the 7-year-old me wanted every version because I couldn't get every version. But now that I can get every version, I'm like, I don't need every version. Do I need a lot of them? Yes. Do I need all of them? No.
Careful, you're gonna trigger Paige. Paige's got 6 of all of them.
Not of every Joe. He lying.
No. Yeah, no.
Paige don't got 6 of every Joe. First of all, I know that for a fact because I've been to Paige's home. He don't even get 2 of every Joe. He only get 1.
Yeah. I was like,
He only gets 1.
Well, the guards and the fire, guards and troopers and stuff like that. Yeah, but the other ones you can only really do 1 because damn, they're pumping these out so fast, man.
First of all, Paige, why are you buying army buildings and not taking photos? Huh?
I know, man. I need to. I don't put them online,
Paige,
time we were sitting here.
if you don't at least send me photos, we got a problem.
I know I send the guys photos too all the time. Like I'm sitting here on the thing.
Is that true? Is that true, guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, it's not usually action figures though.
then that's a no, dog. Then that's a no for me.
I can afford them if you'd like to see.
I was like, check this out, guys.
No. If Paige don't send y'all at least 1 action figure photo every week, y'all got to tell me, and I'll make sure Paige pays for it.
Oh, I do. They know. You can scroll through and I'll do it.
No, I'm serious. If they hit me up and they say that you didn't send an action figure photo this week, we have a problem, Paige. We have a problem. And you know exactly what that means, Paige. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I do. Yep. You ready?
Did he send us?
Photo.
No, he writing it because he know I'm going to hold him to it too. That's why I'm going to hold him to it.
He will. I do have that one.
I'm just gonna message him on Sunday. How many photos you took today, Paige? How was your week, man? What's going on?
Oh, I thought that was the sticky that you put that note on. I thought it was the one you said. It's not. All right. So, CC, what do you got? You got this or no? You passing on this?
No, I told you I got 2 of those other bikes I didn't even take out of the box. So
how dare you?
So you not taking stuff out of boxes either? I'm gonna have to come for you too.
Man, but that's in my defense. That's why I stopped buying a lot of this stuff.
In your defense, so there's no defense because you sit in the chair right now. You could be opening toys.
He is.
He does. Like there's stuff like within arm's reach that's not open. Like I got
open it. Get a knife and open it.
You know, man, like when during shows and stuff like that, CC does that, man. He's always doing it. He's always playing around. I remember times he'll sit there, he'll play
I'm
with
just trying to be a
golden
motivator. That's
Batman.
all. I'm just using my influence for positive motivation.
We need that.
Yeah. You do need to open that Thunderlong, though, CC, in all fairness.
I'm only scared that they keep talking about the necks breaking, so I'm really concerned with snap a neck. I'm really worried about that.
Do it, open it. But don't, if you're going to open up your plunderling, heat it up. Oh, that's hilarious.
I know, I figured since D was
That's
shooting,
hilarious.
shots fired. There we go. So
That makes sense. It's funny, too, because I have Spider Shot right here. So Spider Shot, Ja Morant. Let's just go ham.
Mezco, let's talk about Mezco real quick. Charging shipping.
Okay.
Let's just go through this real quick. So, the Shadow has begun
Awesome.
shipping from New York. People probably already have this in their
I'm
hands.
one of them.
I have. Yep. Yes, you
I'm
did.
like,
Matter
I'm
of fact.
20 minutes away.
Boom, look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. Didn't even know I was going to pop up. I came on the show, and now I ain't shit.
Photo credit to D Amazing on this one, please.
Yeah.
So D gave us some shots here. Very nice. Appreciate that. Thank you. So Shadow is shipping. Yeah.
We need some.
Yeah. Recover Superman. He's shipping right now. And I didn't see anybody talk about this. I sat on this for a while too. Robin has officially been waitlisted. And then Plastic gave this to me a little bit earlier tonight. And from what I understand, this is making the rounds in the community. The TMNT Turtles, the waitlists are converting for some people. Not everybody.
I'll be telling people, man, get on that wait list. One thing I want to add on, because from your comment section, Motolo Folktale said his second recovery suit has a tear at the bottom of the emblem. So please, guys, be aware of that, just in case yours tears. So I just want to put that out there for people. I just opened mine. Mine was fine. So that's just me. But Motolo's was torn. So please be careful. I'm going to try tomorrow. I'm too tired today after the emotional day I had. I was going to do it today, but it's already 9 o'clock, so I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be up till 4 a.m. again. But shout out to Motolo for giving us a heads up on it.
Thanks for those
Did you guys
photos,
see?
by the way.
What was that?
I was telling D, thanks for the photos of that recovery suit. That was.
Oh man, I was enjoying it. But I've been running back and forth, so I haven't had a chance to like really sit with it. But like I did like the nice quick pictures, the head swaps. Everybody kind of wanted real quick, so I took it off. But it's crazy because I'm like, damn, this shit looks good as hell. Like I knew it would look good, but it actually looks better than the regular one, which I was like, that's good. But I'm gonna make me a mullet, man. I'm gonna swap that head on and make me a mullet Superman. I love mullet. I love mullet Superman, dog.
It's a great
It was a
run.
good time for Superman. It was.
Yeah. Did you guys see that one photo that was floating around? I think it was the top of the piece was kind of ripping. A guy, I guess he did a review. You didn't see that one?
No, I gotta check that out so I can make sure I don't make that mistake and bring it to people's attention. Good, it's information like that is useful, man. It really is.
It is.
Like
yeah.
it's a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh,
you have it, right?
Yeah, I have it. I literally just put it away. So from like a video taking perspective, right? When you are doing video overviews, reviews, anything like that, stuff like that, people don't realize you're in the middle of doing something. There's sometimes you won't catch things. Like you won't catch them. So it's cool when you're first because you're just excited. You don't notice you're first. But I like to go back and watch people's stuff sometimes. And you'll see it sometimes even at the end of my video. Like I'll add stuff in because it's like, oh, I caught this later. Like, because I don't edit, so I'm fucking horrible at that. But I'll like go in later and like I'll be like, hey, this thing happened later when I was like doing photos. So this thing ripped here or this was this there. Like you try to be informative. Like I get me entertaining. I'm not knocking nobody that does that. But I try to be informative because at the end of the day, like I know people have to spend money on their stuff, you know? So I want you to be informed so that you don't got to spend money twice or maybe 3 times if you're doubling up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being informative is like really important for me. And the pictures are for me personally because I like taking pictures. If I can get away with just doing pictures and not posting anything else, I would. I'll just give y'all 2 minutes of photos and leave.
It seems like that's what most people are looking for, like nowadays too. Like And I'm
Yeah.
glad that when the figures come out now, it seems like people
Yeah.
are putting a little bit more emphasis on quality. Like they actually sit
Yeah.
down, take the time because everybody's gonna see it.
Yeah.
Did you guys get shipping? Did you guys get it? I'm sorry. Did you guys get shipping?
I'm gonna check again right now.
Yeah. It's coming from 5, so
I don't want to talk about shipping. I got nothing. I got nothing on nothing.
I hired
Yeah,
Kevin to be our shipping guy, just so you know.
I'm sorry. Well, speaking about shipping, let's reorganize here and put people in different places.
You can barely
Uh,
read the comments.
no, I don't want to do that because I enlarged it a little bit. But speaking about shipping, Mythic Legions one post of the week for me again. So they sent this
Wait,
out.
what happened?
I'm not gonna harp on this. Mythic Legions is like a little funny segment. I do post of the week, and Mythic Legions is back to back on this one. So they sent out their shipping thing.
I love those guys.
I do too, and this is one of the reasons why I love them so much, is because they sent this shipping thing out. They're keeping people abreast about what's going on, but this is the biggest takeaway for me. Due to the volume of orders we received, the shipping process will take some time, the entire month of March. This is the one I like the most. The way incoming, they'll be in the queue and they'll be on the way in the incoming weeks. Please do not contact customer service asking for a shipping update. So you remember when I was talking to you guys about like there gets to a point where some companies are like, yo, this has to be addressed. It's getting like borderline obsessive. And I was telling you, like, some of these companies you gotta stop because you're pushing them into these kinds of things. And they're just like, hey, this stuff's coming out, it'll come out when it does. So
Yeah.
that's my push of the week.
But I get what you're saying, but you're expecting people to treat other people like human beings, and that's maybe asking too much of some people.
That's the truth.
No,
Well-
I'm serious. Like at the end of the day, dog, like we can't control other people. All we can do is be subjective. I learned that from a friend. And it's crazy because I'm like, wow, sometimes y'all really refuse to treat people like other human beings.
Yeah.
That have 9 to 5s, and when they clock out, they don't need to answer you. So let's take that into consideration and think about it. How many people have actually treated you like a decent person for no reason? And y'all wonder why I don't want to answer comments half the time.
And besides friends, like, I think that's a good point, but then also patience. Like I think that you and I had this conversation too, but it was about patience and stuff. And recently, like how everybody wants to be first with stuff. You know how everything, and it goes along with this shipping stuff. Everybody thinks that all this stuff ships out all at once. These companies are just loading up the trucks, and everybody's order goes out the same day. That's not the way it goes.
Yeah.
And so, like, it is almost like if you ain't first, you're last. And a lot of people think about that. What was the question I asked you, D? Oh, let me ask them. I'll ask them. So CC and MC. No, I'm gonna ask them because I asked you already, but I want to see what they say. So CC, really quick. Do you remember who was the first person to get Union Gomez?
Yeah, it was Alfred from New Jersey. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I thought you really did know. I was like, oh shit.
I know. He's just trying to shoot holes right through the argument right off the bat.
I'm like, that'd have been cool as shit. That'd have been cool as shit.
Okay, well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your son is there. I'm sorry for cursing. My bad. I totally forgot your son.
No, he's on the house. You're good, dude. You're good. Plus, he's
okay.
I've heard Sawyer say worse.
Yeah, he plays hockey. So he's definitely
so he probably got a potty mouth, but I try not to do that around kids. So
yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Just
that's kind. I appreciate that. But
yeah,
you're good.
So MC,
yes.
Do you know who was the first person that got tectonic bands?
To get who?
Do you know who the first person who had tectonic bands?
That wasn't me.
Tectonic bends? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You remember the first person that had it? Honestly.
Union Gomez, I was going to say Bobichuk because he was one of the featured guys.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not fair. I don't recall. I know it wasn't me, and I wasn't mad. I'm never mad.
Right. Daredevil, Lone Roach, Doom, any of those, right? So the point is like, it doesn't matter if you're first. Nobody's going to remember.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I tell people that all the time. That's why I've learned to be patient myself. That's why we ended up having this convo. It was crazy because I was like, I don't care about being first. I'm actually just excited to share the toy with people. But I realized like it's because of the algorithm, it's a race to be first now. Like even when you look up toys now, right? When you look up toys, you don't even get actual video reviews anymore. You just get like these 60-second segments of like news captions. You don't get anything on the actual toy anymore because it's about being first and not about like presenting it to other people, like what it is. So like it sucks because like that's what's being promoted. Like this short burst of, I won't even call it like fabricated information. It's not fake, but it's like, hey, this is news. Here's a render, and it's like this is it. And it's like, but you didn't tell me about the toy. Like you didn't show me the actual toy. It's just like it's a render of a still photo for 60 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, and somebody with a voiceover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're encouraging short attention spans and ADHD.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I call it ADHD content. That's what I call it. I get if you're a
Interesting.
content
That's
creator and you're trying to get it because you know it does help you with your know your reach and everything like that. But it's more of us normies. You know, like I understand you paid, you know, as a collector you paid for the figure and you want it, but when have you not gotten a figure? But a lot of people are really locked into this first thing. I gotta be first. I gotta be first.
Well, the other
And I'm
problem
telling you,
is
nobody's gonna remember.
well, the other problem is there's this need to promote an opinion before you have something in hand, which I'm against. I'm against promoting things I don't have in hand. That's a me personally thing. But there's like this big thing on the internet where it's like there's an opinion before you get something, but I don't see a lot of people giving opinions after they got the item. I would like more of that. And if you've changed your mind, that'd be like a great thing because it's like there's this drastic change that you can like follow up on. That to me is great content. Like if you're a content creator, imagine going, oh man, I didn't like the way this looked in the prototype photos, right? Blah, 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 whatever. And then you get it 6-7 months down the line and you're like, holy shit, I was wrong, y'all. Turns out this thing was awesome. Like I wish we got more of that. Because then you can see that genuine excitement from people. Or if they let down, the exact opposite. Hey man, we're looking forward to this. Can't wait to see it in 7 months. And it's like, oh, these are the things that were changed. And I didn't like this change because I liked it from when we got the first proto production. I would like to see people's more of thoughts like that, but I don't see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of it is just that. It isn't just that race to be first. You know.
Yeah.
The hot takes and stuff like that. We were talking about that before.
Yeah.
I mean, you could resell it for more when you get it faster too. You know, you got that sweet window in there, you know, where you can double your money. You get it early, you know, you can flip that bad boy when you're just trying to get your money back. You miss that window when you're last.
Not if it's a turtle.
Yeah, those turtles seem to have some sticking power.
Yeah.
I'm about to live for you guys on that one. I still don't even. All I got is a label.
Hey, DM me for price.
That's what I get for starting to print that Dio. I should have never started at Dio. I'd have had it by now if I had started with the Dio.
You think so? You think you would put bad karma in there?
I did. I did. I put the cart in front of the horse. Now the damn horse isn't showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's interested in like hot takes and stuff like that. They try to get that stuff first, and then like Dee said, it comes back and it bites you. Everybody was dogging those turtles, and now everybody's looking for them and doing different stuff. That's why thank you, Plastic, for sending that. But
I'm only laughing. That was probably my first and last turtle joke because I do feel bad for people that missed out. But I just wanted to make that joke because I thought it was funny.
Well,
because I don't get a chance to laugh about that normally.
But, no, but I mean, like, what would you consider being missed out? Because if it was up for 28 days.
Oh, what I consider missed out, I'm going to be honest. What I consider missed out is if your opinion was you didn't like it because of the photos, I think that is fair because the set was expensive. So if you missed out because you generally thought it was too much money, but now you think it's worth it, I think that is worth missing out. Some people really couldn't afford it, and that's fine. I'm not mad at them for that. You got to understand, that's like half of some people's rent or a third of somebody's rent. Like, I'm not blaming anybody for not picking up on this set. Like, imagine because here's the other thing, right? Timing-wise, it couldn't have worked out for some people, and I feel them for that. It opened up, it sold out. It opened up again after San Diego Comic-Con, and now you thought your hopes were like dreams were like there, and then you still couldn't afford it. It sucks for some people. I feel bad for those people. Now, people who were just outright talking shit, I don't have nothing to say. They knew what they wanted. They didn't want it.
Yeah. They thought they
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, they still don't want it. They only want it because everybody else wants it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. No, seriously. Because sometimes people only want things because other people want things. That is a human thing. I'm not blaming them for that.
Yeah.
You know? So they probably still don't want it, but they want it because everybody else wants it.
FOMO.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. Like, I know D just mentioned about the pricing. That's
Yeah.
the one thing I don't understand is like we've been trying to like go through these segments on the show where there's different ways that you can do where you can kind of afford it, like budgeting month to month or using PayPal and or Affirm or all these other different ways to be able to like budget yourself so you be able to do it because you have so much time to be able to prepare for it or pay for it off because it takes about a year, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to me when I see people online and they're like, it's too expensive, but then you'll see people wanting to pay $500 or $600 for a set. It's almost like you're shooting yourself in the foot later on.
Mhm.
Well, it's
Do you know
tough
what I mean?
because
Those people.
no, I get
yeah.
what you're saying because you're not wrong. But on the other end, human desire is grand. Like
Yeah.
people forget, like human desire will literally overcome like common sense, which I should just be calling sense right now. But like, no, because
No, I get what you
and I'm
mean because
yeah.
it should be common, but it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. So, right, let's say you have like there's things that I missed out on, right? There's one Cougar I'm now officially missing. It irks me because I couldn't get it anyway. It sold out in seconds. And I'm like, do I want to pay $210 for this? I kind of do, but every time I even see it for $210, it still sells out. So my desire is only growing higher for it. So it's not like I don't understand how these people feel. For a $70 figure, I'm ready to pay $210. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here looking stupid because I'm just like, ooh, I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? But timing is everything. We don't know anybody's lives. I just think that people should be honest with themselves. And this is an internet thing. If you missed out, humble yourself. Because you know,
Yeah.
that exaggerated bravado is not going to work with people. Humble yourself. Yo, y'all, I messed up. Like, if anybody sees one, holla at your boy, please. That's it. Be humble. That, yo, I got to get it for retail. I'm not paying more than this. Well, that's not the market right now. And it's because that's what people are going to do. But your arrogance is going to make them go, well, I'm never selling to that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be much more open to help somebody that said, and not one of those fake kind of things like my son is looking for it or you know
Oh
what I
my
mean,
God.
like some of these stories. Yeah,
Oh.
those kind of yeah. Well, you're different, Nancy. But I mean, like when you see some of these things, if somebody said, "Yo, man, I just messed up. I saw the promo photos. I mean, I wasn't into it. I couldn't afford it at the time. I'm just looking for a hookup." That I can respect. But if you get in the comments and you read somebody who's just been shitting on these, you know, the set and you're trying to make reason with it and you say, yo, just wait, man. Just wait until you see stuff or these are promo images because we've gone through this so many times.
For the record, y'all, anything you feel like for any item, right? And if they got a wait list, I promise you, get on the wait list, bro. Them shits work. It may not always work, but it works. I'm not even talking about Mezco. Like, I'm on Amiyami's wait list for that Cougar I was talking about. I have an alert on Mandarake on the wait list. So when it comes up, pre-owned, sealed, it don't matter. You know what I mean? But I get alerts. I get them. You know what I mean? Like, most people's wait lists work. And the way wait lists works for most people is the more items you have in stock, the more likely you are to get it.
Right.
That's the whole thing. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I hope people get their turtles, man. I really do.
CC, are you sitting in a comfortable spot because you know you got it coming? Even though the label's there, at least you know that it's en route. You know,
Yeah,
like you feel.
yeah. You know, I'm just trying to patiently wait. That's all I'm really doing. I'm not scared that I'm not going to get it. I mean, I think I'm good there. Especially since we've seen some wait lists convert. So I better get it if some people on the wait list got there. So, you know, it'll get here in due time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got other
And
stuff to
see-
play with.
Yeah, man. That's the thing, man. And MC, you said, where's yours right now? Is it label created and en route, or?
Down the road from you right now, waiting for you to do the QC check before it comes over here to my town.
I told you I got to take the green mezzo out first.
Keep the turtles.
I'm taking all the mezzes. That's what's going on. I'm taking all the mezzes, right?
Oh, you a Mez's thief, you jerk! Wow.
Tomorrow.
Not Paige being a Mez's thief. I didn't even know you was like that. Damn, Paige.
Bro,
The Mez's who stole Christmas past.
Yeah. The Halloween ones and all that stuff. Let's count them up.
Mez's thief. You out of pocket, bro. Out of pocket.
Well, they think like because they have the FedEx has the Orlando office here, and so I always joke with them about I always joke with them and say I never did.
They Paige like screw it. I'm just going to work for FedEx now. I can control everything.
My Mezits always, or my Mezcos always come with like repackaged. There's always an extra strip of tape across it. Never it. It's so weird. Paige's fingerprints all over, but he's
damn. You dusted that shit.
I did.
You dusted my fingerprints.
He knew what was up. He knew what was up.
He did. He's just sitting there like this.
Missing one left hand occasionally. It's weird.
Now Paige gonna wear gloves. You snitched on yourself, man.
Yeah, I don't raw dog your packages no more, I guess. Well, I'm dude. When Plasty sent me that, I just part of me was like, not part of me, all of me was like, yo, I'm really glad he did it. Because I know
if anybody deserves it, Plasty's definitely one of them. Plasty's great.
Yeah, international collector, but then also he's a good guy. He's a good guy in the community, and so when I saw his converted, that was another thing he told me to make sure I pass on. So you know how internationally, there's a problem. You can't get on the wait list if you're international. And he said he actually got charged. I don't know if he's here or not. I want to make sure I don't mess this up. But he said he got on. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
He said, hey, maybe this could be something useful information for you guys to talk about and ask about some of the other international collectors. I went back and checked. They charged me from my credit card, not PayPal. Who's that? Is that you? That's D. Yeah, D, that's you. Yeah, there's stuff in the back.
Some kind of static we're getting.
Yeah, hold on. It's good now. Okay. He said they charged straight from his credit card, not his PayPal. He said so they're able to process international cards now. So thank you, Plasty. So if you have an international collector, keep an eye out for that. That might be like a new process that they're doing. So he wanted me to make sure I said that.
I can imagine being an international Mezco collector.
I got friends in
Japan. Oh,
man. For the record, I have friends in Japan who collect Mezco. It's expensive.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's double the price. It's double.
Do they order direct from Mezco typically, or do they go through the suppliers over there?
They were buying originally from in Japan, so now they just have their orders shipped to my house now, and I just ship it to them, which is infinitely cheaper. But it's two of my friends, and they're just like, no, we couldn't keep buying. Like, hey, Purple Gang. That's Van and Jordan. But we can't. Like it was bad at one point. So, what was the last thing they got before things got crazy, and they were just like, I can't do this. What was it? There's so many things that were released, I can't even pay attention anymore.
Yeah. It's a flood of shit, just every day. Pre-order or something.
It was Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom.
Oh,
because there was something else that came out with Dr. Doom. Because one of them bought the Fantastic Four set, which was ridiculous. But Dr. Doom, right? They got Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom would have been $320 for them.
Wow. What?
$320.
Fuck.
Wow.
Talked about this on the show before. That's also not including their duties and fees and stuff if they have it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And American is so like when American collectors or US collectors when they talk about like shipping and stuff, because shipping prices have increased across the board. It's not just Mezco. It's not just FedEx.
Many packages
Everybody.
that I ship, I tell you all the time, shipping is not cheap. Please don't ask me for a discount. The answer is no.
Yeah. And so we kind of like people bring that up like shipping's increased, but international collectors, they're paying double and triple than what we pay.
Yeah, if they would have paid duties and fees, it would have been like $350 something.
Uh-oh.
So after, oh no, that sucks. Wait for your Dr. Doom? That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's talking about Turtles.
He did?
Yeah.
Van, you missed out on Turtles? How, Van? What? Is it because we're both short? Is that what it is? Are they going to be one short person?
Is Van short? Is he short?
Van is short like me. It's fantastic. Short brothers stick together. And I'm getting my beard out so I can be like Van without the gingerness.
That thing was purple last time I saw it.
Well, he's going to dye it again, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Van laughing at me because he knows I'm telling the truth. Like, we're both short. But no, like, so yeah, like stuff like Dr. Doom is really expensive. Like, even if Fantastic Four set would have been, okay, great example, right? Here's a great example.
Mm-hmm.
Kai Lab, my friend in China who makes clothing.
Yeah.
He paid $700 for the Turtles.
Oh my God.
Because that's what it cost in China. And it's made there.
Yeah.
But it's an imported figure that is still made there.
The price of clothing just went up.
Wow.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like we kind of got that easy.
Yeah.
But that's also a regional thing, though. That's a regional license thing, though. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people don't get that. Like it's like an SHF, right? An SHF in Japan before any sort of shipping or tax, most of them generally are around $57, $60. Some of them get over here and they're like $90. You're like, wow, it's imported. Like there's a trademark license, there's a license, there's a licensor fee, there's all the shipping, then there's all the tax and commission. Like, now what?
Yeah.
Everybody ignores these things. I'm like, bro, unfortunately, that's how the world works. Everybody wants their cut.
Patience. Everyone needs patience.
Or we can go back to shipping things where they all got on a boat at the same time and the prices will be lower. You don't get no more air shipping. You go right back to getting a boat waiting 4 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks.
No, I'm good. I've seen some of those things go under. You know how you see like
I got a
during the panorama, it was bad. Ships was just sinking, just products sinking.
Yeah, going over the.
There was actually 3 SHF items that got lost at sea that Bandai had to replace.
Yeah,
really?
Catwoman.
Yeah,
remember Catwoman?
Exactly. That got that got lost at sea too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do this really quick.
You guys
Mattel.
keep going. I have to go, unfortunately, but I'm glad that you guys let me in on this. For real,
bro, man. No, thank you, man. Thank you for dropping in and dropping knowledge. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
I ain't got no damn knowledge. I'm a nerd.
Yeah, you did. You know you did. You know you
glad
did.
Your mom's doing okay, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, your grandma. Yeah, grandma. Yeah, good to hear that. Bro.
No, seriously. I don't drop knowledge. All I do is I like talking shit with y'all in a positive way. It's like if I had my own podcast, I just bring y'all on too. Standing in front of a mic. I think that shit is a curse.
Didn't you used to do one with
I did.
With what you call
and everybody
KJ
hated
and Marty?
No. It was me, Noel, my friend Raspberry Chainsaw. We had a podcast called Plastic Curves, and I was out of pocket. I was right, but I was out of pocket, and I didn't like it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I love the name Raspberry Chainsaw. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
So I used to be, and I'm being honest, I used to be out of pocket because I would get very upset that people didn't have decency to be decent to others, and I used to call that out. But it made me irrationally angry because I don't like when you don't treat other human beings with kindness. I've learned a lot since then, so I kind of keep my opinion to myself because I realize some people just aren't nice. They don't deserve my kindness.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta put walls up. Real quick before you get out of here.
Okay.
Loco Lou had a question. So, like, with the exception of Turtles, what do you guys believe is the best Mezco figure releases? Man, we're only like 2.5 months in, man, and they already dropping fire. In my opinion,
I mean, I said like beyond the Turtles. You know what though? I've had a spectacular time with Dr. Doom. I'm actually getting some clothes fitted to get White Doom made, so I'm having some clothes fitted. So I would say Doom is one of them. The Thing from the Fantastic Four set. I keep saying it, but I love that figure. What else?
He's always out.
I have
Your
a bunch
thing
of
is
stuff that I
always
love.
out. Your thing
My
is
thing,
always
my
out.
thing is always hanging out. Always hanging.
You set it up, man. It's the Chris Paul, Blake Griffin. I just had to throw
All
that.
right, you know what's crazy? I've had a spectacular time with Snake Eyes. I literally just put him away 2 days ago. But
Mm.
and
Thank you
Roblox.
for that tip. Thank you for that tip too.
Yeah.
You want to tell the people? Tell the people, man. What I thought.
What about the
I tried
bandolier
to
thing?
tell. Yeah, I tried to tell him last week. I was like, D told me, be careful.
I
with
was
that.
here.
Oh yeah, you were. You were in chat.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been having Roblox. Even though Roblox is smaller, he has the look, man. It's the look. So, but Roblox didn't come out. Did Roblox come out this year, last year? I don't remember anymore.
Last year.
I got Roblox
Last
in like
year.
November, right? But I haven't put him down.
Yeah,
I haven't put him down. I'm actually over here messing with one still on the desk. But no, man, like I'm having a genuine fun time. I think 2024 has been already a spectacular 3 months for toys. What are you doing, something over?
Yeah, man. CC said that the way that they pace this right now, people just gonna go broke. What did you say, CC, last week? Like if they kept on pace, it's like. What did you say? It was like.
You know what? Think about it like this, right? If you were only collecting one, Mezco would have already gotten your pockets. But now everybody else is getting in your pockets too, and that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Which just reminded me, I took Norman Osborn's head and put it on a suit body, and now I'm a troublemaker because all I keep doing is I literally just have his hand over his head like this, touching his roof. Because he's a goon. Yo, listen. If there's one thing I know about Spider-Man, is that no one can stop the Green Goblin if he wants to do what he wants to do. That's the best part about that character. If he wants to ruin your life, he's gonna do it. He's a multimillionaire. You can go ahead and you can take his company from him. Go ahead, I'll start another one. Then I don't even know. Do you guys read the comics? I don't know if you guys read the comics.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, this man had plastic surgery and Cult of the Goblin to literally ruin Spider-Man's life. This man is a super goon. You can't stop this dude. You can't. Like, who do you know gets plastic surgery? This is life. That's some face-off shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Come
that's like
on.
Nick Cage kind of stuff right there.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, Norman Osborn is just Nicolas Cage on crack all the time.
Yeah.
He's a goon. He's a goon. Green Goblin. Guys, thank you for having me. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try to get some rest. If I put videos up tonight, everybody curse me out because I shouldn't be putting up shit.
No, watch that stuff. Go watch that stuff.
Well, watch it, but mostly come out because I should be resting. So
yeah. Wait till tomorrow to do Superman. I want a well rested D for that review for Recovery Suit.
I'm gonna
wear a rested D. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna try to get some videos up tomorrow. Nothing coming out Friday or Saturday because it's the wife's birthday. And then next week,
happy birthday.
And then next week is my birthday, so I'm not doing shit next week.
Happy birthday to you.
So thank you. Everybody on my birthday send me 50 cents. Everybody. That way it'll add up to like $50 and I can buy a new figure.
Can you imagine that though? If somebody, even if somebody gave you 50 cents, like, because what do you? I'm not trying to do numbers or anything like that. Wait, 50K, something like that.
First of all, that's a lot of money. I wouldn't know what to do, but I really do hope people send me 50 cents so I can buy a new figure. There's too many figures coming out.
The one you're trying to get right now for 210.
Too many figures.
Common Rider. We'll get you that. Everybody give him money so
that's what I'm gonna use it to buy the cougar. That's the main point. I'm just gonna buy that cougar. Everybody thought I was joking. I was dead serious. Because when I bought that figure the first time, it broke and I was heartbroken. And it's limited. So to get it, it's like, so I gotta find a way to get another Ultimate Cougar because I don't have one anymore. So
you know what's funny? In the mail, he's gonna get like 10 of them. People just gonna buy them and just send them to him. He's like, I got 10 of them now because 10 nice people.
Hey, I guarantee you, I'd find a cool way to do a picture though.
Oh, Adam asked, how do you send funds?
Wait, hold on, because I do have something like that, but I never use it because I normally don't ask. There is a donate button on my website. That's what it was. Yes, there's a donate button. On my website. That's what it was. Yes, there's a donate button.
TheAmazing.net.
It d-amazing.net. There's in the contact, I believe there's a help button at the bottom. In the contact section, there's a donate button as well. Or is it in the about? But yeah.
Yeah, Patreon?
I just started one, but I didn't promote it yet because I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. I was trying
But
to
I do have it.
Like Cash App,
It's
anything other stuff? Cash App or any other stuff?
I do have a Cash App, but I listen,
Yes.
I'm not good about
Yeah.
taking these things. I'll be joking, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that stuff. I'll put it up on my birthday and I'll let the gods decide what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy with some cash. Because he won't ask for it, so let's just give it to him.
Yeah, I'll joke about it, but I really won't let you do it. That's the thing. Like I'll joke about it, but I won't let people do it. I'm not good about these kind of things.
Let the community pay you back for all you do for it, honestly.
Exactly.
I'm going to try. Am I going to Toylanta? When is that?
Yeah, when is it? I don't know if it's Jordan or if it's Van or Vaughn.
Hold on, let me look it up.
You going to Joe Fest?
I was thinking
I
about it.
don't know.
KJ's up there. We were talking about it.
I don't think I can make Toylanta. That's pretty soon. That's the day after my birthday. I'm not making that.
Oh yeah, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, that's the day after my birthday. I'm definitely not making that. That's that Friday. Like I wouldn't. Yeah.
Nah, she thought it was funny. All right.
Oh no, she's streaming right now. That's why I'm trying to
she
be quiet. Yeah. She's in the other room streaming. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's push.
But guys, thank you. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Let me let y'all get back to the podcast. I'm so
man.
sorry.
Added value, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you, man.
No, I feel like I don't like taking from y'all. Y'all got this nice coordinated thing. Like I am chaos incarnate. Please don't let me ruin this for y'all.
Peso. Ain't know about this damn show.
All right, y'all. Be good.
All right.
All right. Drink water. If you don't, I'll cut you.
Yeah. Oh, he did show it. Really? I'm gonna give him the spotlight. Was it Paige got to get you guys to Legion's Con this year?
That would be fun.
Yeah.
New Jersey in the wintertime. Sounds amazing.
CC would walk around with shorts on and be like, what you guys doing?
Board shorts and flip-flops. Paige and I
Florida boys.
That's my idea of a getaway.
Sled dogs.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool to have him on. Nice of him to come on. Thank you, D, for coming on. And it works out because it pushes through this segment that we'll get to with the vintage stuff, the nostalgia stuff. So, thanks to pre-turning it for this one. The new Mattel 30th anniversary Street Sharks are going up. I remember these. You guys remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a third-party version of this being released now too?
Yeah, like isn't 5K or one of the like Fury Toys or somebody?
One of them is doing something very similar to Street Sharks.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it. There's so many companies doing different variations. So if you're not into this, you can jump on one of theirs. Maybe it's something like you said, like it's like Fury Toys and gives you more of an action figure kind of feel.
Mm-hmm. I think they said there's only like 17 points of articulation in these.
We're so spoiled.
I know, right? 17.
Anything past 5 back in the day was like, oh crap.
Dang, what do I do?
Yeah, this thing's got an O-ring. What are you talking about? But that's a good segue because that leads us into Nostalgia X.
Kung Fu Grip?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's a nice little clip for marketing. Nostalgia X. So tonight we're going to be talking about, because we talk about toys all the time, like I said before, and I know all of us have different histories. Hoping everybody in the chat will get in on this too. So we'll talk about 3 categories, things that kind of like impacted us as collectors and maybe just even lovers of these different things, comics, cartoons and movies, and toys. So, and we each chose 5. I'll try to pull up some of this stuff as we're talking, but let's go with comics first. MC, comics. What are your 5 favorite comics?
Oh, now I gotta remember what I told you. I liked runs particularly kind of stick out to me, or I guess they're taglined events now, like cheap grabs every year almost. But Death in the Family was really big. Batman to me, that was one where you could like you dialed that number to phone in how Robin would get, but it was like a
Yeah.
very emotionally powerful story that, you know, like Robin, he finally found his mom and he was like on the quest like to find these 3 women, and then his mom, like the mom he did find, spoiler alert if anybody doesn't know, from 1980 whatever or 1990 whatever, you know, his mom ended up working for Joker, and you know, Jason Todd sacrificed himself, and just seeing Batman carrying him out of that explosion was so iconic. It was, and then it made Joker, he had ties to like Saudi Arabia or something at the end, where he got like
Jeez.
diplomatic immunity. So
Oh yeah.
and then it's like really dark though. The death and return and reign of Superman was really, that was a huge event. And you know, Superman doesn't die, and it was like it's all over the news. I remember SNL did like a spoof on it and stuff, and I just remember reading like the panels, like especially that last book. It was just so intense, the brutality of the fight that you didn't really see in Superman books before then, and then to see him like die. And ironically, we're getting the recovery suit with that, you know, the Superman's cape just like flapping, you know, it's all tattered and beaten. And then Maximum Carnage was really big. You know, they had a game, side-scrolling game that came out with Sega Genesis also, but you know, that had, it was like Infinity War almost, which is another one I picked, but you know, it like had so many characters that were brought into it, and they're chasing Carnage through the city and his family with like Shriek and the doppelganger and Carrion, and they're just wrecking havoc, killing everybody. And Infinity Gauntlet, the first one, where Thanos was just, you know, like if the movies are based on loosely, but that's a powerful image right there. When you're a kid, I think I was like maybe I don't remember if I was like elementary or early junior high when that originally came out. I would have to think back to when the date came out, but you know, the Infinity Gauntlet series was amazing, but just watching Thanos like just wreck everybody in the Marvel universe, and then we get to see it on live screen. Those were, can't remember what else I picked, but those were definitely all impactful stories in my youth. Oh, the X-Men with the Brood. I just remember that too, when they laid the eggs inside the X-Men and they morphed into the Brood, kind of.
Oh yeah.
With Elandra and the Starjammers. Those were all dark stories, like crazy enough across 5 major titles. So those were great.
Yeah, the good runs, man. They had so many. CC, what were your top 5?
Well, I didn't have 5, and I clearly didn't read nearly as many comics as MC did growing up.
He had a life. He discovered growth sooner than I did.
I don't know what I was doing during my youth at that time, but I didn't have that much time for reading, I guess. And I thought I did a lot of comics, but you know, I think the good reason why a part of my comic reading was kind of limited is what I do remember as a kid. We would go into town, right? Because I'm from a small area. So we would go to the drugstore, and that's where you would find your comics back then, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have all these comics on the line and everything. And, you know, I didn't grow up with much money, you know, single mom, taking care of 2 boys. We didn't have a lot of stuff. So what she would always say is, you could get one.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so I always remember the challenge of walking up and down this aisle, trying to choose one comic book every time I got a chance to kind of go in there. So I was very, very heavy into X-Men and the Avengers. I did the West Coast and East Coast Avengers, but I was all about everything Wolverine. Like Wolverine was my guy growing up. Very limited, but I think the reason why it was so limited was that was always my choice. You can get one. And so I remember spending, you know, she'd like force me out. Look, you pick one and we got to go. It was one of those type of things. You know, and I'll take this one. So I remember that very, very well. So I was very selective in my comic book reading. It was all X-Men and all Avengers at that point. Those are my guys.
What's one X-Men story that, I know, you know, it sounds like you kind of piecemealed a lot of it together, but what's one story you remember from your youth that kind of stuck out?
The Brood really, really stuck out, kind of like, and I think for the same reason I did with you is because that was such a brutal storyline. right? That really stuck out. The stuff with the Mojo verse. I can remember that stuff. I always loved reading the stuff in the back with the little bitty, the X kids or whatever. Was it X babies? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. I thought that was cool. But those two, the Mojo verse and the Brood, I definitely remember that growing up. And then I got kind of mad when they went to the Age of Apocalypse. They took Wolverine's hand and all that kind of stuff. Like, come on, man, you can't take my guy's hand. He run around with one hand.
Yeah. They're trying to spice it up. They're like, you can't have them keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, took his hand.
Yeah.
What about you, Paige?
When I was in California, I rode my bike everywhere. And I was riding down this road one day, and there was a place, I remember it's called Jeffrey's Comics. And as soon as I found that place, I was there every single day, bro. And then so I got in good with the owner. And I remember he used to have 3 video games. That's why I got this in the back. But he had 3 video games. One had the Nintendo. You could cycle through, do Castlevania, Contra, and all that stuff. And there was Pole Position. There was a couple other ones too. But I remember I was like, that was heaven for me. So I'd sit on the floor. He'd let me read comics and stuff like that. He was really cool. But the ones that I remember the most was, and it meant a lot to me, was the Death in the Family one. Everybody was buying that book, and I remember I went and I had to go after school, and I walked in and he knew I was waiting for it, and it was gone. And and I was like, crap. And I had already missed the other ones too, because everybody was dialing that dumb number, you know. I remember I voted for him to live too. Yeah, you know. Yeah,
I did too. I mean, you're a kid. You don't want to see Robin die. That's unheard of.
Yeah. And so I remember I walked in there and I dude, as a kid, I was crying. I was like, oh man, I can't believe this. And then he gave all 4 of them to me.
Oh wow.
I still have them.
Really?
That meant a lot to me, man. I think you know how like nowadays when you say that kind of stuff, it's weird. Like you're like, oh, he's, you know, people automatically default and he's grooming, or he, you know, trying to take you in the back room. This guy was nothing but kind to me, man. He didn't have to let me sit in that store and let me read comics. I think he knew it was California, and he knew if I was there, I wasn't out in the street doing stuff.
Right.
And so I remember that. I still have those books, but that was the one that probably had like the most impact on me. And then after that, I moved to Florida, and I still collected comics. So I had like, and it's not because it just came out, but I used to read The Shadow Strikes. I really like that one. Moon Knight, Batman, and then of course G.I. Joe. Those are the ones I was in.
Nice.
Yeah, comics were a huge part of like, it just kept me out of trouble. I was able to use my imagination, and the stories were good. And they touched on so many things that, you know, like X-Men and everything. It was really, you know, it was political. It was raising awareness to things like subconsciously that you really didn't think about. But if you read it, you're like, oh, I get what's happening here.
Right.
So it was cool, man.
Do you guys remember those the Marvel trading cards that came out too in like the early 90s maybe? They were like,
those were cool, man.
Had a lot of information on missing story arcs and stuff, and from those, I remember collecting those. They're probably worth a fortune now, and they're long gone.
Yeah, comics played a huge part for me. It was because you could just sit down and read, and you could read them over and over again. And it was just really cool, man. Marvel's Turtles.
Yeah, I think the local shops, you know, like back then when we were kids, I had similar comic shop, and there was like a bookstore that I went to too. It's like they never seemed, it was a comic shop, but they didn't seem to get everything in the bookstore, kind of filled the gap, and I bounced back and forth. But the owners were always like super cool and friendly when you came in, and you know, they just spend hours looking at comic book arts and, you know, like the covers. And I never really read anything in store. I never wanted to cross that line. I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't have mind, but it was just cool. They treated you like an adult a lot too. You know what I mean? They talked to you like a person instead of just some kid.
Yeah.
At least where I was at.
Yeah, I would, and I wasn't like a freeloader. I went in there, I had money and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But it was just nice to have like a safe space in LA, man. Because where I lived, it was bad. You know, it was bad. And but to have that place, I remember I would ride my bike up there every single day after school. Go in there, read for about an hour or two, buy some books, and then leave. And it was really fun, man.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Aquaman's in the 90s. So moving on to oh, did I cover? Oh, okay. I was like, okay. I didn't agree with it. Well, nice was goaded. If you don't agree, a lot of those guys they don't get a lot of respect until they make like a movie, you know, and then nobody cared about like Thanos unless you were like really into comics and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or Aquaman, and then they, you know, you tag them up, put them in a movie, and everybody's like, yay! Iron Man wasn't a big one for me. I knew Iron Man. I thought it was cool because of the technology stuff, but Iron Man then and Iron Man today is different. To me, it is. But
Yeah.
Do you feel that way, CC? I mean, you read Avengers books obviously more than myself.
I liked
probably.
Iron Man even back then.
Okay.
You know, I
Yeah.
think it was always kind of something about like the normal guy. You know what I mean? Like he was a normal guy that, you know, he was smart and had a suit. It was that type of thing. You could relate to Iron Man.
yeah,
You could relate to Iron Man.
Not my
I
poor
like the
ass.
character.
Or be a billionaire.
Yeah, not like I didn't like him. I liked him. I thought the character was really cool. But like Iron Man, as far as terms of like popularity then and now,
Yeah,
you know what Robert Downey Jr. did is like,
Oh, for sure.
it's like completely different.
for sure.
Or Blade. Blade's another one. I
Mhm.
mean, I used to love reading that book. But now, you know, not now, but when Wesley Snipes took it, it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Movie's so good.
Yeah. Cartoons and movies. Biggest impact. MC, what do you got?
G.I. Joe, obviously cartoon. And then movie wise, Star Wars, of course. You know, everybody's gonna can't disagree with that. From the 80s or even 90s, you know, with the other stuff. The Goonies, I loved. Sawyer was just watching that tonight. I was telling you guys that during the pre-show that Sawyer was actually watching it. I like Ghostbusters, the movie and the cartoon. Like, remember the both versions of it. Ironically, like the one that
real
had like
Ghostbusters and then the Ghostbusters with the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car.
yeah, I like both
Yeah.
versions as a kid. And another movie that I really loved as a kid was Clash of the Titans. I just love that, you know, like the whole Greek mythology and like even to this day is the special effects obviously are not there. Like it's so good. Like it just hits my youth pretty hard. So I remember having a VHS tape, you know, recorded from somewhere, I don't know, like HBO or something, you know, and like just play it over and over.
A tape? What's that? Just kidding.
Yeah, I know, right? So there's a top loader too. It wasn't a beta, but it was a top loaded VCR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, you know how you used to come home at specific times
Yes.
to watch your cartoons. This 24 hours, that did not exist. So if you missed your episode, you missed the episode. Heaven
Right.
forbid if you were watching like a two-parter of G.I. Joe, I mean, you probably get the synopsis like later on, but if you missed that episode, you had to wait for the rerun. It was like, oof, God. Yeah.
It was afternoon after school, watch cartoons, and Saturday mornings.
Oh yeah, Saturday mornings. I remember I used to get up. I didn't want to miss any of the cartoons. I remember I used to get up like crack ass dawn, like 5, and then they had those weird ass shows. Like one was like a baseball one. I just remember I would sleep through it.
Romper
I
Room?
would just,
Like Romper Room.
it was a bunch of guys. It was like the Bad News Bears kind of thing. And they
Okay.
just, you know, family values they mixed in with, you know, baseball stuff. And yeah, but I would always fall asleep. But that was always the launching point because I was like, I got to get up because I can't miss 7 a.m. because you got that block. You don't want to miss it. Yeah, time changes. What about you, CC? Movies and or cartoons?
I was heavily influenced by cartoons growing up. Heavily influenced. I definitely enjoyed a cartoon more than I did a movie at that point. If I had to point at one movie that was very influential when I was a kid, and I do mean kid, it was E.T., right? Like that movie was emotional, right? Did everybody cry? Everyone had to cry when they thought E.T. died, right? Because like back then, characters didn't die in movies, especially not movies that were supposed to be for kids. So E.T. was certainly one of those things. Cartoons, man, I was all about He-Man, right? I love that one.
Yeah.
I love He-Man. Johnny Quest. I love the Johnny Quest.
That was good.
That was a classic. They could do a Netflix live version of Johnny Quest. I'd be all over that. I'd watch that all day long. And then other than that, I really like the classic cartoons. Bugs Bunny, Woody Woodpecker, Tom and Jerry. I could watch Tom and Jerry for hours. That stuff was just hilarious.
Yeah.
I love cartoons back in the day.
They were so simple.
Yeah, man.
Like you say, like Tom or Coyote, they always fall for the same dumb shit.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining. You're like, how many times you got to fall off the cliff, bro? Like, but it was everything was just so repetitive, but it was entertaining, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What you got for us, Paige?
Simpler times.
So I tried. I had my list, and a lot of them aligned with what you guys, had. So I had like an alternate list. Of course, like I watched. What was it I had? So Clash of the Titans, that was huge for me. I remember the reason why was because I was overseas and I was a kid and I didn't understand Spanish. So my dad would get tapes and I would dub tapes for him all day. And I remember Clash of the Titans was the first the first movie that I won't get in trouble for that, right? It's past that anyway. Locking me up and shit. You were dubbing tapes. But like Clash of Titans was one of the first ones I remember he let me do it and I watched it and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And then I bought the sticker book and shit. I was just like, I did, dude. It was. You remember?
I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Those things were awesome.
I was like, holy shit! And but you're making scenes. And I was like, and I remember I watched that movie so much I wore that tape out, and I had to redo it for my dad. So I made two. I made one for him, and I made one for me. And I put it on. I put it on an SP, so I would get that nice clean. And dude, it was
no squiggly lines.
No, none of that. It was crisp, but it was. But that's the reason why. But you say Clash of Titan, but a lot of it was the same thing. G.I. Joe's, Transformers, Transformers movies. I remember I watched that in the theater, and that crushed me as a kid. When I saw Optimus die, I mean, you talk about like soul sucking, man. I was like, there's no way. Everybody was. It's not a spoiler, right?
No.
Right now, like everybody was dying. Jazz died, Optimus died. I'm like, the cartoon's done. But the story was so compelling. I was like, everybody's dead. Dude, they killed like Starscream and Megatron. Everybody died. I was like, what are they going to do? My favorite cartoon is over with. And then they just went in that new direction, man. But that had a huge impact on me. And then, so I tried not to choose those. So I was like, what are the ones that I watched? I watched Bionic 6. Do you guys remember that? Bionic 6. Doo-doo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were all like one kid, like Quick Kid Kid. He had like the legs and stuff like that. One kid, the girl. I just thought it was cool, like a blended family and everything like that. And then so I watched that. I watched Thundercats, DuckTales. That was huge for me.
Oh man,
that was a good one.
And then Gummy Bears.
I was watching the DuckTales remake the other day. Do you know they did a remake?
Yeah.
Oh, is it good? Is it good?
Sir, I watched it.
Classic. It's funny, but it's not like the classic. That's hard to redo.
They're all different voices too. Huey, Louie, Dewey, and they all have different clothes. But it's fun. Like watching Sawyer get into it's good. So
yeah, some of those are hard to like reproduce.
Voltron, Boba said. Love that show too.
I did too. I didn't know if one of you guys were going to choose it. So like,
were you a Lions or the vehicles guy for Voltron?
Lions.
Yeah, Lions.
Yeah.
There's only one right answer.
Which one monster was going to say the vehicles?
There's like but like that, there's just so many. There was so many cartoons. It was really good, man. There was. I even got into anime stuff. Like I would watch Speed Racer, or I would watch Captain Harlock.
Yeah.
You know, there was just so many good
Nobody
cartoons.
said Scooby Doo. We all know we all watch Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's just too many.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to narrow it down, it was tough. Like,
yeah.
do you remember that? Was it the Herculoids? You remember that cartoon too?
Yeah.
That was good.
All
And
of
Thunder
them.
the Barbarian.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Wacky Racers. The Hanna Barbera.
Well, they would mix all those in, like right season, like then season, like they do Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
They would do all of those in that little block.
We had the best
They're
theme music too for the cartoons when we were kids. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it.
This too. Remember that when they had Rambo and RoboCop? When they had RoboCop, I was like, "Oh crap, can I watch this?" Because it was so violent. And I snuck it in, and my mom was like, "Knew there was a cartoon." So I won't lie, man. One of my guilty pleasures was Jim. I never told any of my friends that I watched that show. She would get ripped for that. It was like saying you watch My Little Pony. But I remember one day I was running late, and that thing came on, and that song stuck in my head. I could not get it out, and it was almost like a little soap opera, you know. And I would sit there and watch Jim on holograms. Jim is excitement. It's still stuck in my head. All those Misfit songs and stuff like
Misfits,
that. But yeah, oh good, okay, good. I'm not the only one that watched it.
No, I know.
I was like, yeah, I never told any of my friends like, you know, that time like, hey man, we come over and watch cartoons. I'm like, nah, it's cool, man. It's my afternoon.
My mom said I can't have people over right now.
Yeah, but there was just some Muppet Babies. I remember that Muppet Babies. Yeah, God, there was just so many. What was it? There was Cops, Visionaries. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that shit,
Silverhawks,
Oh yeah, there was just so many.
Brave Star. Brave Star was great.
Oh yeah. I was trying to look it up. Oh, this is another one. Gold star
Mask.
for that. Mask. You remember that?
Yeah.
They all have badass theme songs. All of them.
Wow.
Animation. Voltron. Rescue. Oh, another one. Rescue Rangers.
Oh yeah. Fat Cat. Jason Newman. That movie was terrible, by the way, on Disney Plus.
Oh, Silver Spoons. That was another too.
Oh, that's good.
Carlton before he was Carlton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had like shows like that too. You remember who was that girl that was a robot? The dad made her Vicky.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that. I know what you're talking about.
Was it Small Wonder or something like that? Or
Yes.
All
I know.
Wonder.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know I know her name was Vicky. I remember that, and Alf, and oh God, see, everybody's coming with heat. Like Robotech, Guyver, Mr. Rogers, Mr. Rogers. I did watch Mr. Rogers.
I like Growing Pains. I like Different Strokes. I really like Different Strokes as a kid. That was a good show.
You like grew up on Different Strokes. You saw those kids like grow up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that show was so popular. And places. Have you seen Cobra, the Space Pirate? Yeah, I have not seen that. I need to check it out. I haven't seen it. Mr. Ed, yeah. Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons was good. Yeah. The Animaniacs, the spinoff. Ren and Stimpy.
I feel much better. I wasn't the only person that was watching Jim. I hid that shit. You kidding? I walked out of my. Oh, the guys I was hanging with, they were hard, man. If they knew that I was watching Jim, oh my goodness. You can't watch Jim and come out and do some of the stuff that we were doing, like, you know. I was like,
remember Webster? He had like all the secret passages in his house and stuff too. With George and Ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good show.
Another one. Inspector Gadget, Garfield. There was this man, Heathcliff. Oh yeah, Heathcliff. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Heathcliff. They had and those other three cats that he had. I remember Wordsworth because he was the dude that rapped all the time. He had the little headphones on. He was like, and he was almost like Roblox. Every time he talked, he had to rhyme or do something. My childhood scar is healed now. Now that I know that there are three other people that watch Jim. Oh, Quantum Leap. Yeah. Wonder Years. Oh yeah, dude. I had a huge crush on
Winnie.
yeah, I did. Winnie Cooper. You know the thing is like um so I always thought there was a show called Lost in Space, and there's a girl. Her name was Angela Cartwright. I always thought that Winnie Cooper was her daughter because they looked almost alike. To me, they looked almost alike. But and I used to love that show, Lost in Space. And so when I saw Winnie, I was like, oh my gosh, she's younger again.
And Wanda from Doogie Howser, she was a hottie too.
Oh yeah,
Topanga.
Topanga. Oh my God.
too. Yeah. Alf,
The one
Different
that got
Strokes. Yep. Good Times. Yeah, Good Times. JJ Dynamite. Three's Company. What's happening? What's happening with good? The Incredible Hulk. Oh yeah. Bionic Man and Woman 2. Yeah. I also remember Greatest American Hero.
Yeah.
Believe
All
it
these
or
shows.
not, I'm walking on air.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
these shows had kick
That's
ass
right.
theme songs, man. Knight Rider. Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
bro.
Knight Rider was-
Jeez.
Everybody wanted a leather jacket when they were a kid so they could look like Michael Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Airwolf.
So oh yeah, that was
Oh,
one
Airwolf
too.
was good.
Yeah. Highway to Heaven. So my mom loved that show. She used to make me watch that, because it's kind of a religious show, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this. But she made me watch this, and it was cool because it was so weird. It was almost like Quantum Leap.
Quantum
I
Leap.
remember she,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Is it bad that we're grown dudes talking about like younger kids?
No, because look at Sailor Moon now. She did that. She has a documentary on Hulu about like her time growing up in the spotlight, and
Yeah.
that was
I
a good
just didn't
show.
know
That
if
was
it.
a doc.
I didn't know if it
Charlie
sounded weird if
Sheen's
I read that out loud, right? Punky Brewster's hot. It just sounds weird. Oh yeah, Top Cat. Oh, that was another one in Living Color. See, there's so many Fat Albert, Picture Pages, Family Matters, yeah, Peanuts. Damn, see, you see how all of like this stuff, it just
What
kind
was
of shapes.
Facts of Life. They did
Oh yeah,
they did some crossovers with Different Strokes occasionally too, and that was
yeah,
good
because
stuff.
she was the nanny, wasn't she?
Yeah. Pearl, was that it? Pearl, or what was
Yeah,
her
or
name?
Mrs. Was it Mrs. Bennett or Mrs. Garnett or something? What was it?
Yeah, something.
Mrs.
And then
Garrett.
Mrs.
Wasn't it?
like,
That's it. Yeah.
yeah, and Tootie would go on Different Strokes occasionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cool.
Blair was hot.
Yeah. You didn't like Joe?
You're good
Yeah,
too.
we all knew Joe. Back then, I was like, man, she just likes working on motorcycles. I don't think she likes dudes. I remember thinking that when I was a kid. You're a kid, you don't really think about it, but now it makes sense. And I was like, yeah, she doesn't seem like she likes dudes. I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, yeah, all the other girls, even the big girl got into it. She's like, yeah, they're all trying to, but she never did.
Yeah, who's the big
Hee-haw.
Natalie?
Yeah, Natalie.
God damn.
See? Oh, Outer Limits, Twilight Zone. I used to love that.
X-Files.
That shit.
You know what used to give me? I'd always watch it, but I'd always because I was a latchkey kid, like most of us in here. I'd watch it, like, my parents would go out and they're like, you're in fourth grade, you're fine by yourself now. I'd watch Unsolved Mysteries. I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
car drove down the road, like turning the lights on, everything, like scared to death. I don't want to go outside in the dark. I'm gonna get abducted. Or,
you got to keep an eye out for dudes in trench coats and stuff like that.
yeah,
But dude, I'm telling you, all of those things, they all had theme songs. Like you can all the
scary.
ones that we mentioned, you can literally go dun 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 dun. You know all of the theme songs. Alf. Oh yeah, I used to love Alf.
Stuff and nightmares.
Yeah. Now that everybody's warmed up, see. Yeah, Alf. Yes. Topanga. Yeah. Oh yeah, not the Will Smith version. I remember that. And then I watched the one with Will Ferrell and Danny McBride.
Oh
And she's
yeah.
like, Yeah, she's like, this is cool. And I'm like, this is an older show. And she's like, it is? I was like, yeah, it's way old.
End of the Lost.
Yeah, see?
Man.
Yeah, they were all probably done by the same guy. I know, like the G.I. Joe, the old cartoons here. I know it's like I Am Bryant. And there's another guy. They did all those shows, like all those theme songs,
Yeah.
from G.I. Joe. Well,
Eastbound and Down. That's a great show.
yeah.
Kenny Powers.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. So we did cartoons and movies. Now, got to bring it full circle. Toys.
Here we are.
CC, you go first. Yeah, CC, you go first. I know here. See,
Me first.
Yeah.
So this is pretty easy with me with the toys, man, because I was big on toys. Transformers were huge with me. Once again, I think it's one of those things because Transformers had some figures that were at a really reasonable price point, which is kind of what made me buy these little. I was so thrilled when Walmart did this reissue of these little bitty these.
Crazy.
Oh man, that's just like. Do they have the data card on the back?
Yes.
Like the power card? Oh my god!
Wow.
Yes. Like this is what I grew up on, man. With like these little Transformers like this. Like it was one of the things where my mom would take me to the aisle, be like, hey, "You can get one." You know what I mean? And this would be the kind of stuff that I would get. So I was so hyped when Walmart released those, reissued those. That was really cool. That's like getting a part of my childhood there. And then He-Man. I was huge on He-Man. Once again, those were really affordable back in the day, so I could always get the He-Man. G.I. Joe, of course, tons of G.I. Joes. To this day, I still remember the Christmas where I got the mobile headquarters for Christmas. I was one of those kids that like I would literally no spoilers for it. Well, I'm not gonna. I would literally wait till the right time, if you will, in case anybody's listening, so I know I could get up and check the tree, right? So I get up and I go and look at the tree, and there's nothing under the tree, right? And I'm like, my brother, he's a couple years younger than me. I'm like, dude, there's nothing under the tree. Like this is a traumatic moment now, right? I'm like, dude, we got a problem. Like there's, what did we do this year? There's nothing under the tree, right? So I head back to my bed, and I happen to turn, and everything was set up in our room. We had the mobile headquarters, all the figures and stuff were there. Like all this stuff somehow got snuck into the room. Right? That was mad. That was one of the most magic Christmases I ever had because I just knew I went from, oh my God, like we're not getting anything for Christmas to, bro, like we got the jackpot. That was one of the biggest Christmas we ever had growing up. So G.I. Joe was really big for us. And then Sectors and Mask. I enjoyed those.
I don't remember Sectors.
They were the insects, right? Like they were kind of like He-Man, but the
big insects that were like hand puppets.
Yeah.
They had like the electronic wings that would flap and the claws and.
Man, I didn't have those.
My brother got me one of those for Christmas this year. He got me the spider one, so that's pretty cool.
Wow, that's cool. You got a brother that, and he's cool like that. That can hit on nostalgia with you when you guys were kids and stuff, and at an age where he can find you cool shit like that. That's awesome.
Sorry. I'm trying to look. Oh, hold on. I got it. Let me get this out. So you were living at Christmas. You just played all day. That was another thing, man. When you get these toys.
Oh, it was so awesome, man.
Play all day, bro.
My mother was infamous for, back then on Christmas, everything was closed, right? Everything was closed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She would always buy us battery operated stuff and would always forget the batteries. So we get this box, right? And we'd be like, where's the battery? Oh, I forgot the batteries. And then we had to wait until the next day. Oh my God, that was painful back then. Painful. I still tease her about that to this day.
That's funny.
Had to wait 24 hours to play with the toy.
Yeah,
get the full use of it.
Yeah,
don't forget those batteries, man. That sucks.
Yeah, because there was nowhere to go back then. If you didn't have gas, you were just shit out of luck. There wasn't no gas station, not where we were at. It was you just kept your ass at home that day if you didn't get gas the day before. That's them there, man. Those were great. I had the Hive, the little, it was like the play set. I had that to go with it.
Which one was the spider guy that you got? Which one goes to spider guy?
The one on the far right, I believe, is the one I got.
Cool.
So, Cece, what if I told you there's a company, was it Zika Toys?
I know. They're remaking them. The only thing that's saving me is they're not doing the beasts, if you will.
Oh.
They're only doing the figures, which I thought was an odd move. If they were doing the spiders and stuff to go along with them, oh my God, I'd be all in.
Are those double jointed knees back then? Right there?
No, I don't think so.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I think those pictures are the new ones.
Okay.
Yeah, these are. I was just trying to pull up something to kind of get like a reference, but yeah,
the old one is like 5-point articulation.
Okay.
I'll show you the old one.
Oh yeah, Saved by the Bell. I remember that. Yeah, Goosebumps. Start watching that movie. Well, while he's doing that, what were yours?
G.I. Joe, of course. I had mountains of those. Star Wars, both real big, still big in my life now. TMNT, I had them. I was kind of getting a little bit older when they were coming out, but I still played with toy. I got kind of up to a point, and then I was done. Voltron, I had the 5 lions with the people that you could put inside it with the little, like
you're rich.
No,
yeah, man, use fortune to get those.
But the most influential figure I ever got was Amigo Spider-Man. I just remember. I don't even remember when I got it. I remember going to get it, but I was very, very young, and my mom got it for me. And then, like, my love for Spider-Man kind of started then, and I had it forever. And then I gave it to Sawyer, and he broke the leg. But it's fine, because he was like 2. He was 2, or not even that old yet, I don't think. And he just really liked it because it was soft, and he likes soft things, and that's probably why he likes Mezco so much, because of that. But and he just broke it because he always slept with it, and I think he laid on it funny. So I'll probably try to pick up another Amigo Spider-Man at a premium, of course, but that one just always like really stuck to me, that figure.
Yeah.
What about you, Paige? We probably stole all yours because we're all from the same time.
Well, like there was a lot, but then most of the popular stuff everybody collected. Like I love G.I. Joe. Told stories about that here. Because I would have those vehicles were just awesome. Not
I like the
blueprints.
I like when you get the blueprints, which were like the instructions for building it. That was like one of my favorite things about the vehicle.
Yeah, and not to like take something from Cece, but my mom, she was single parent too, and so we didn't have a lot. We would save up all year to go to Disney. Yeah, we would save up all year. Yeah, yep, that's what I remember.
State of the art back in the day. State of the art. These are awesome.
And the fur on the back too.
Yeah, the fur. And you talk about articulation. The knees bent, but the arms didn't. You need nothing at the elbows. Just got the twist on the wrist. That was it.
Trash.
They're bigger than I thought.
Actually, I take that back. There's not even an articulation in the wrist, so nothing in the arms. Just the shoulders there. That's all you get.
Those are bigger than I thought, and
they were big for back in the day. A lot along the size of like the Thundercats and stuff. Those 6.5, 7-inch figures.
Was there a cartoon for those guys too? Because everything was pretty much licensed for a cartoon.
Yeah,
everything had a cartoon back in the day.
Yeah,
this was my Christmas present this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's how they marketed all that stuff. Like you had the toys that they were going to make a cartoon about it. Yeah, no, but my mom, she was single parent, save up for Disney and stuff like that. And I remember one year, I knew where my mom hid all the gifts. She put it back behind her bed, and so I got really good at going back there, untaping stuff, and looking, and then put it back. I was like, I don't care if I ruin the surprise. I want to know what I got. But I remember she caught on to me and she just put like a bunch of stuff like clothes, and after a while I was like, I don't even want to look at this. It's gonna be socks or something.
Yeah.
And so I remember I came out one year, it was Christmas, and I'm like, I didn't want to open anything, and I opened up the socks and stuff like that. She went back to the room and came out, and I swear to God, it was so awesome, man. It was the best Christmas ever. She had bought me the Cobra Raven, the Conquest X30,
Damn.
and I was like, how did she afford this? She'd just been saving up. She didn't eat lunch and stuff like that. She didn't say because she knew I've been watching, those commercials. Remember that? The G.I. Joe Conquest X30. I was like, oh my God, yeah. So she was just like, and at the end of the year, I remember I got those two planes and they were big. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to put this shit. And then she did that, and she did one of it was the orange boat. I remember I got
Cutter?
that.
With Cutter?
I think so, the Joe one.
Yeah.
And
Remember, Cece, you know everything. It's G.I.
you know which
Joe.
one I'm talking about? The orange boat. I can't remember what it was called.
Devilfish?
I think that's it. And she got me the shark, the white one.
Oh, with Deep Six?
Yes.
Oh, that was so good.
And,
I had that.
And then the dreadnought boat. I remember she got, and I was like, how the hell did she afford this?
Damn.
But that was like the best Christmas I ever had. So it was Joe's, it was Transformers. I loved Transformers, and those are hard. But we were dead broke, man. So we couldn't afford any of that stuff. So I would just go steal it.
Transformers were an expensive toy back then.
Were
Yeah,
they? I wasn't big into them. I got
They
a
were
couple GoBots when I was a kid, so I wasn't the rich kid.
it depends on which ones you got. Like,
You
so
said
they had
GoBots.
yeah.
I didn't have those
too,
either.
man.
I just wasn't big into
Crasher.
that one.
Yeah, Crasher, Hot Rod, all those guys, Sidekick, all those guys. But they had the carded ones like CC had, and then they had the big sets. Like if you got like Astor Train or you got Optimus. So we couldn't afford that stuff, man. And so
Devastator, all those stuff, yeah.
man, that was so fun to collect. It wasn't hard to find stuff at the stores, but you might run into like a problem, like, oh, I got to go to this other store and get one of these pieces.
Yeah.
Remember the aerial bots? That was probably the hardest one I ever built. What was it? What was the name? Was it Supreme? Was it Squadron? It wasn't Squadron Supreme. Who'd they form? The aerial bots. I forgot.
I think you're right.
Squadron Supreme or something like that. I don't remember.
I remember my
Anyway.
cousin had those Tonka trucks when we were kids.
Yeah.
We're talking about metal, and those things. I mean, like you needed a tetanus shot when you're done playing with that shit.
Yeah.
You leave them outside the rain all the time. Yeah.
But those things were cool as hell. My cousin had all those things.
Superior. That's it. Superior. Yeah, Superior. Yeah, I remember I saw that cartoon. I went out and I bought all those, and I had problem finding I think it was the main body. I think the main body was the Concorde. And so I had to search around for that. But yeah, so Joe's, Transformers, I love those. Nintendo. Nintendo I loved.
What was the main toy store around you, Paige, back then?
What was it? It was. I used to go to Target all the time.
Target?
But we had a Toys R Us, but it was too far.
KB Toys. I used to always love going to the mall and be KB Toys. See, like every mall had KB Toys.
Yeah, KB Toys and
did.
Kmart for us.
Yeah, KB.
Circus, it was called like Circus World before KB Toys in our town, or something like that, or
Yeah,
before it rebranded.
yeah.
We had one of those here.
I stole all that stuff, so I couldn't go to the mall and do that. You had to go to like the stores, like when we had a corner store and everything like that. That's where I would go to get my GoBots and Transformers. I was a bad shoplifter, man. I go there, and I take my bike and all. Man, but I was a poor kid. I couldn't get any of that stuff. My friend, he had a Nintendo system, and I remember he used to bring it over because I had all the games. I just didn't have a system. The system was too big to take, but I had the games. Those, man, they were so small. I remember, man. I remember when I swiped Legend of Zelda. It had the gold case and everything, and I was like,
Jesus.
"Oh God, that was probably the hardest lift I've ever done." I remember I used to go in there. I used to go to Target, and I used to take like 3 or 4 games. I was good, bro.
Here with
I
that.
know there's nothing to brag about, but because I was a poor kid, I didn't have nothing. And
Paige
so,
lived on this movie his whole youth.
yeah, it was Cali, man. You run with different people and stuff like that, but my mom was like single, I was a single parent, and I didn't feel like bothering her. It was hard for so.
You never had Service merchandise. I remember Service merchandise.
She never
You
knew
guys
that you
see
were
those
swiping yet, Paige?
You said what?
She never knew that you were swiping stuff? Your mom
Oh,
never?
I got caught. I got caught one day.
Oh,
Yeah, that's when she
Cop.
found out. No, I had a friend. He was dumb. Like I used to do all this stuff by myself, and so I didn't have to worry about a partner. And I went one day with him, and we went in. We got some games. I think
So,
dude, man, I'm telling you, like I hate. I don't like to say it, but like it was really good. So I would swipe like 3 or 4 games at a time, and
jeez.
so he grabbed 2, I grabbed 4. We were on our way back, and he said, "Let's go back." And I was like, "No, you don't do that." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "You don't hit the same spot 10 minutes after, let alone a week or two." I was like, "You go to different ones." He's like, "Come on, man, go back. We just want to get this one game." I was like, "No." And he's like, "Come on, come on." He kept pressuring me. I was like, "Fine." We went to the back of the store, dumbest mistake ever, because they got cameras, right? We hide the games behind the store someplace. So they caught us on camera. Then they see us walking back in. I grab the game and I'm walking out, and the guy grabs me from behind and says, "Get back here." And then they call my mom. My mom came back and picked me up, and she's like, "What the f- are you doing?" And then I never stole anything else ever again.
Steered straight.
No, I just knew my mom. I saw my mom. She was disappointed, man, and she didn't even know all of it. But it was
That's
bad,
really
man.
good.
Yeah, but yeah, Nintendo. I remember Nintendo just because of that, and then Transformer Visionaries, and then also you guys probably remember.
Visionaries.
Yeah, dude. Remember they had the hologram in their chest and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know, CC. You remember this? The last one that had the most impact on me was Garbage Pail Kids. You remember those?
Oh, dude,
I
that
gotta
was
pull what it
awesome.
was.
That's a great. Remember the movie, the Garbage Pail Kids movie?
They had one. I didn't know.
Yeah,
That.
yeah. It wasn't good. There's only like what 4 or 5 kids, and they were trying to find all their friends, and
Yeah, really weird.
yeah,
What was the premise of the movie? Is that they're just trying to find their friends?
yeah. I think someone was trying to kidnap him or something, wasn't it? CC. It was something like typical '80s weird.
Yeah, I
You
can't
know,
remember what the whole premise of it was. Were they escaping from somewhere or something? Or I can't remember.
yeah, I remember one of them like I don't know, like Windy Winston or whatever. He like farted in somebody's face. That was like the big payoff from the cards. Man,
Yeah. I just didn't take toys. I took other stuff too. Candy, food, all that stuff. You was poor, man.
Paige
We
was-
didn't have anything. I'm trying
Paige
to
was
find it.
gangster.
Man, that was
The
just
thug
some,
life chose Paige at an early age.
yeah, I was a badass kid, bro. I was bad.
How old were
Not
you when you got busted? Do you remember? Approximately.
maybe 12 or 13.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was like
He just let you go.
It was probably for the best, man. I wasn't doing good. It's California, man. We live in LA. You know, you're on the border. Like, God, dude. I remember Compton wasn't too far. You stayed away from there. But that's what when I was telling you about the comic book store, that's what I was doing that stuff then. I was gonna hit that comic book store, and that guy, he was just so nice. I remember I walked in, I picked up some stuff, he's watching me, and I'm like, I can't do this. This guy, he's looking at me. And he's like, "What do you got in your hand?" I was like, "Oh crap." It's like, I'm
Can you hold
made.
these for me? Can you hold these for me?
Yeah, I did that, but I was like, but it was more like I'm just doing this, and he's like, oh yeah, that's good. And he was just talking to me about it. It was really cool, and then I was just like, yeah, I'll just stay here, and that's what I mean. I think he knew he was keeping me out of like that kind of trouble. LA's when I was there, it was a bad place, man. Very bad place. You could get into some trouble. Why isn't it working? I'm sorry. But yeah, Garbage Pail Kids. Remember they had Rapid Ron and all these other dudes.
You did the cards?
Yeah. What did you do? Other things? Like what did you have?
I don't remember too much. I remember everybody trading the cards around. I remember those.
Yeah,
And the gum?
Like
My mom
Dead.
hated them. She would not buy them.
Yeah, my parents hated them too because like, can you see this? Can you
Yeah.
see these or no? Look
They're
at that,
grass.
$6,000.
Retire.
Yeah, Up Chuck,
Remember.
John, Dead Ted. Yeah, my mom hated this one. Dead Ted.
They
Look at
came with that hard ass piece of bubble gum, that like stick
Yeah.
gum.
Oh my gosh, Booze and Bruce. When you look at these now, Frying Brian.
Could you imagine
Can
if you
you
had a
see
pack of unopened ones still? Just like
Good night, Boba.
hey buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be kind of cool. I can't even remember how much they were. What is it? I remember I had a comic book this was the Garbage Pail Kids for $6.
Were they like 25 cents a pack or something like that? Or
I think they were fairly expensive because they were kind of controversial.
were they?
A lot of
I just
parents
remember-
didn't like those things.
I just don't remember
Yeah, it didn't-
spending a lot of money on them when I was a kid. Like when I go to the little gas station party store by the house. And I didn't have much money on me ever.
Yeah, I think didn't this go into excuse me, didn't this go like reach that like it went to the Senate and all that stuff. They were trying to like
Yeah.
ban that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was. They didn't like them, which just made kids want them even more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a whole thing.
We can't have them.
My Spider-Man's been closed all week, and he's still not wrinkled up.
Oh, don't tell people that.
He's literally been in the same pose all week.
Can we talk about that shot for a second, by the way? That was amazing, CC.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll pull it up. I was just trying to find out how much they used to cost.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how much they cost originally?
Original.
I bet you they were at least $2 or $3 a pack. I bet they weren't real cheap. They were pretty expensive. What I remember for back then, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
$2 sound like nothing now, but $2 back then, that was.
Yeah, it's 20.
Yeah.
Let me pull up Instagram so we can look at CC's thing. How'd you feel doing that after like all the tutoring and stuff like that? Felt more comfortable?
I wouldn't really say I felt more comfortable. The expectations are going up though. You know what I mean? Like I'm expecting to do better shots. And then even after this one, after I got done and I went back and nitpicked it, I want to go back and do it again.
Oh,
I'll revisit that shot. But those guys are two of my favorite figures of the year. I didn't answer that question earlier, but this Spider-Man and Green Goblin stuff, I'm hoping we get some more of those Spider-Man villains here pretty soon. That'd be awesome.
Oh, like Doc Ock and stuff?
Listen to me talk about getting more Mezco soon. No, I don't. I'm lying. I don't hope for anything soon other than the stuff we got coming. It's, last thing I need is more stuff. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm happy they didn't do a pre-order today, to be honest with you.
I'm on their Wikipedia page to see if it says on there, because that's always a good source of honest information.
Mm-hmm. Is there a chance the Mezco Turtles are going back on pre-order? Because all this hype. Yeah, this will be the third week I say it. I tell people just kind of like relax and just kind of wait and see what's going to happen. Today was the first day that they had the wait list convert for people, so they got to work through all of that stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if you see more people's wait list convert. Like I said, they got to go through all of that, and then even later on, I think I explained it last time. Yeah, so they'll charge all the declines and everything. They'll do inventory, and they'll see what they have left. They'll ship out all this stuff, and then they kind of do the wait list, and then excuse me, and then they wait until what is it like? It's supposed to be 10 days, so maybe I would say what 10 to 20 days afterwards. That's when they have a better idea what returns are, and then they can look at the stock again, and they'll go, okay, we can fulfill the wait list, and then of course, like I said, you got these random wait lists, and then also contests. I don't know if you want to wait around for that or not, but I wouldn't jump out on this one onto the tracks. You jinxed it. Casey Jones tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
Knowing my luck, they'll charge something tomorrow.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So when do we think the next pre-order is going to go up? It's been a minute.
We just what was it? We had the last one
Was it Robin or was it Ghostface?
The Shredder.
it was Ghostface, because Ghostface is still available. I checked him today. Oh yeah, and Firefly, that hasn't changed. None of the other ones have changed either. I keep thinking that. Somebody was asking about that. They said Firefly excuse me, Firefly, since the date hasn't changed, if they push it back, and I'm like, no, you gotta wait, because this is kind of like, what was it? Gotham by Gaslight, and there was another figure that it stayed in limbo for like a month or two afterwards. So usually that means it's inbound, and they just don't want to change the date, typically. So. What did they have? Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple other ones.
Some of those Rumble Society characters we haven't seen yet, like the
Motorcycle.
Gangrene guy, Alistair.
You know who has it and to put up a list was Dom. Dom had that. He had that one. Yeah, Ghostface, that was the last one. Let me look up that one. Because Dom has he posted it yesterday. Of the
Crab
stuff
Louie or
yeah, stuff that they showed.
yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, CC? What would you say?
The next pre-order?
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm hoping
Winning.
the next pre-order is Shredder. Is what I'm really hoping.
Please, 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 please.
Jeez.
Right? I'd love to see Shredder to go with these turtles. Got to strike while the iron is hot, right? Like that's one of the hottest
Do you think
items out there right now.
Do you think they do a re-release of the Turtles for if they release Shredder again? Like people that missed out bitching.
I think they would have another version. They probably put a lot into this, and we know how they are with variants and stuff like that. I wouldn't doubt we would see a different version of the Turtles. Would people be okay with that?
Michael Bay movie version.
No thanks.
That'd be man. People would be pissed. That movie was garbage.
Well, what are the things that people like? People have like been floating around
The red.
the red bandana versions, and then I think CC
Black.
said, CC said the animated version, didn't you? Like last week, CC.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So what is this? That's all we had. So he said. So this is Dom's list. I'm going by that because I didn't keep track of all this stuff. But
We
the
don't have it
Rumbler.
up.
Oh yeah, and I was just reading it off. Rumbler.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess I should be giving them credit, right? Don't want to be that guy.
Get shadow banned.
All right. Wait. Let's give him credit. I was like, this guy. I just know him as Dom. I know him as Dom, but DRG Jr. So you can see it, right?
Yep.
He has a nice little list of stuff here. Stuff that's still on pre-order, and then also the reveals. So he had the Rumbler, Crab Louie, Alistair Gangrene, Biker Gomez. This is stuff that was shown that we haven't even seen yet. That's been a while. This Conquest of the Apes.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Octopus, Nightwing, Casey Jones. They did a Cairo edition of Indy?
I think it was teased, but taken away.
Yeah. Captain America, Terrifier.
I bet you that's not going to be too far down the line, that Captain America figure.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Like, I think it'll be pretty quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's a list of stuff that we have. So it's gonna be good. Lots of good stuff. Let me go back to here real quick. And we'll just go through this and then we'll end this off. Friday sale. Oh, Joey said great pick. You did do a good pick. I know we kind of glazed over that. Yeah, but it looked great, man. How long did it take you?
With complementary colors. That was the big thing I did with that. That was the first time using these RGB lights.
The $19 ones, the one that were on sale?
These I get these 2 for $35, I think, is what these were on Amazon. I think they're back up to 65 already now, I think.
Ooh,
but I really like to get the whole color spectrum on there and everything. So first time using those, I really, really liked it. I thought it gave it a very nice effect.
Jeez, man.
Damn.
Motorcycle drive tomorrow. Break everybody. Oh my goodness, jeez. Ah, man, that would be cool. Shredder, but man, this with that's a good idea. With a foot soldier or soldier sold separately. Yeah.
I don't need any 3-packs. Just go ahead and give me Shredder first. And then you can give me my 2-pack of foot soldiers later.
Did you guys have any Mausers? Did you guys have those?
Mm-hmm. I have a few.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of the Super 7 ones. I think I've got. Were those a 3-pack or 4-pack?
Neck.
4 from Super 7.
Yeah.
I got the Super 7 ones. I got 2 boxes of those.
Yeah. I know NECA has like a version that has like 6 or 8 of them.
Really? I never seen the NECA version. Is
yeah.
it the comic Mausers or the cartoon Mausers?
You've got the Mausers from your Baby Turtle set.
Is there a Mauser in there?
Yes, sir. I believe there's 2.
I've also got the Mauser that came with the Ultimate Splinter. He came with one, right?
1 or 2 also.
I need to pre-order him.
Yeah. You do.
Lots of stuff. I do. I really do. Yeah. All right, let's close out. I thought we were going to make it short, but D added bonus hour of content. Good show. Good show, though. Good show. Surprise guest. You know? Yes, please. Please, definitely. Please do it. Please and thank you. Yeah. So, all right. We'll close this out. I wrote down my closing thought. Who wants to go first?
Thanks for the trip down memory lane tonight. That was awesome. That was fun. So much nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks to D for spending time with us.
Thank you guys for sharing your stories, man. It's nice to talk about that stuff. Good stuff, not bad stuff, you know? Great. Nice. CC?
Great time, man. You know, when you really think about, we grew up in a very fortunate time, and it's a shame because I don't think these modern kids are really getting the kind of be kids like we were able to. You know,
Yeah.
No social media, none of that stuff, just being left to our own devices.
Yeah.
So we really had a great time growing up. But fantastic.
You know, did. These young whippersnappers.
Mhm.
All right. What did I have? Oh, yeah. All right. So I want to highlight the fact that we've got a bunch of figures just in a short amount of time. Like this year, it's starting off very well. And some of those figures, of course, they're like carryovers. But I think it makes it even cooler because some of these would have probably dethroned other figures for figure of the year.
Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away.
Yeah. But I do think it allowed a lot of people to have like some breathing room, you know, around the holidays. Because can you imagine like if they had all those figures dropping that we're getting now and we're already feeling the heat from it in December? It would have been pretty bad. So the reason why I'm doing that because I want to highlight that because there's a lot of times a lot of voices that are negative they're overshadow some of the good stuff that we have, and and they're just a little bit louder when things aren't going well. So I wanted to make sure we put that kind of energy into when things are going right, And I hope that people remember like these first couple of months, because like I said, it's been going really well, and so just kind of take this little block of time that we're doing well, and just kind of carry some of that over when things aren't going well, because nothing is perfect, and these are just like little chapters in this whole book of collecting that we're doing. So just, have fun, talk about shit like this, and be good. That's it. That's all I have.
Great show.
Remember to help
I used to
control the
see-
pet population. Please have your
I
pets.
was wondering. Those sort of you do it. See, I'm not alone. I'm not alone in watching Jim, and I'm not alone that other people stole stuff too. High five.
Uh-huh.
He probably stole my watch when I did that. Yeah, and that too. We do have it better than international collectors. I can't imagine that.
Far better.
Waking up, trying to like wake up at 2:00 in the morning. Can you imagine doing your Nosferatu drop every single time that there's a regular drop?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
No.
laughing at the situation. That just sucks, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, Cece
But yeah.
didn't mind. It was in and out. You and I were sweating it for like an hour.
I like how he deuced it up. He's like, I got mine. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, good night.
What?
Yeah. I did get in and out pretty quick on that one. Yeah.
He did too. I thought he was joking, but he's like, no, I'm good. I got it. I'm out of here. Everybody's like, what? What'd you do? All right, y'all have fun. Later.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, dude. Fuck, that'd be awesome. Sorry. That would
very
be
good
amazing.
idea. Yeah.
Edit that F-bomb out in the replay.
Yeah, nobody cares. It's not monetized. Nobody cares. All right. Again, thank you guys for sharing it with me, man. It was good taking a trip down memory lane. It's almost like we were all just sitting in the living room playing with toys. So thank you guys. Thank you to D for doing a surprise drop-in. It was totally unexpected, but very much appreciated. Thank you. And then thank you everybody in the chat that shared all your memories too. It was cool. It also shows how we all kind of like, we're all the same.
Yeah.
Especially the guys that like Jim. Thank you. All right. Can't wait for somebody to use that silver bullet. Yeah, this is the dude that talked about he likes Jim. Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to show up at your class reunion.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag he likes Jim. See? Come on, man. Fucking guys. Internet. Anyway, all right. Thank you. That's 4 people. 4 people. He just said the line. I know what he did. All right. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate everybody.
Night.
Do, 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 do.